Reading Chapter 20 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Govinda Maharaj. The One Channel of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. I received a letter describing a society that is being formed by mixing together so many Vaishnava groups. I can clearly say that if the society is made in the way described, it is against the principle of Srila Guru Maharaj. It was to avoid this very thing that Srila Guru Maharaj made separately Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. He was in the highest position of the whole Vaishnava community, but he never joined with their missions. Srila Guru Maharaj did not want to be deviated from his own vision by any of his godbrothers or other gurus. Therefore he made Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. Furthermore, Srila Saraswati Thakur gave the charge of the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya to Srila Guru Maharaj. It is clear and everyone knows it. So many stalwart Vaishnavas made big societies and invited Srila Guru Maharaj to be their president. For the time being, in some cases he accepted and told them, "If it will help to bring harmony to your society, then you can use my name." But he himself never went back there. Srila Guru Maharaj gave very clear directives for his Sampradaya, saying, "Who wants to follow me and my directives, he can come to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat and follow Govinda Maharaj as my successor." He gave very clear directives on many occasions and in many ways, and everyone knows it. I do not want to create any chaos or disturbance in our community. Whatever qualification and position I have was all given by Srila Guru Maharaj for his service, and I shall try to maintain that. What is the meaning of preceptorial line? This word preceptorial means that it must be in one channel, not several channels. The Ganges is not flowing within several channels. It is flowing through one channel. And who wants Ganges water, he must come to that channel. When a channel leaves the Ganges, that is not Ganges water. The Ganges water is running in the main channel. This is the situation with our preceptorial line. Srila Guru Maharaj told the devotees clearly that he could not continue holding the charge of the preceptorial line. Therefore, he is giving that charge to Govinda Maharaj. And I am trying as much as is possible by me. I do not want to disturb anyone or anyone's mission, but whoever is a sincere seeker coming to me, and whoever is my friend in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj, I want their association, and I want to continue with them. I want to practice my service with them. I do not want to make a hodgepodge. Therefore I avoid any proposal that is not in an exclusive way to Srila Guru Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Rockok Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj. I want to express the truth clearly. I do not want to disturb anyone's mood. Therefore, if anyone comes with another proposal, I give some excuse. But actually that excuse is not the reason. Rather, I do not want to mix with the mood of others. Someone is giving Sahajiya Sankirtan in their mat, but it is not possible for me to do like this in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. That is the exclusiveness of Srila Guru Maharaj in his service to the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya, and I cannot break it. I must follow the instructions of Srila Guru Maharaj, and that is my opinion. Another Acharya gave initiation to disciples of Srila Guru Maharaj and disciples of mine, and gave sannyas to Srila Guru Maharaj's disciples. But by doing so, that sannyasi diverted them to his own sampradaya. I have no problem for that, but I cannot consider them as our sampradaya's members. It is very clear. It is very clear means that Srila Guru Maharaj said, I have previously given to him, Govinda Maharaj, the charge of the mat, and now I am giving him the full responsibility of giving Harinam, Diksha, Sannyas, etc., as an acharya of this mat, on behalf of myself. That charge he gave to me, and those that will not follow the instructions of Srila Guru Maharaj, who cannot keep faith with him, they are no doubt glorifying Srila Guru Maharaj in many ways, saying, Srila Guru Maharaj was so intelligent, he was such a great Vaishnava, Guru Maharaj was Siddha Mahapurush, Guru Maharaj was this, Guru Maharaj was that. But if it is their conception that Srila Guru Maharaj has done so much wrong in appointing me, then in which way are they honoring him? They are saying, Guru Maharaj is Siddha Purush, he is very intelligent, this, that, and telling that Guru Maharaj is supreme. But I cannot agree that his opinion is not supreme. This opinion and his desire stood continuously from 1947 to 1988, and he did not change his mood in any way. And why did Srila Guru Maharaj keep his faith to me? And why not to any of the hundreds of devotees who have come here, some of whom were very qualified, with graduation, master degrees, etc., even though I have always been very unqualified in that way? Lastly, he made his last will and testament. But before that, he made 3 or 4 wills, and there always he named, this person will be my successor. If he will not come back from his position of Grihasta, you must wait 5 years. But in the meantime do not make anyone else as Guru in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. This chair must be kept vacant for 5 years for him. I came across this expression in his will a few days ago. The chair will be vacant for 5 years, but none will sit in this chair except Govinda Maharaj. That type of faith he had in me. He said, it is my desire. Who cannot respect it? Who cannot follow it? Who cannot keep faith with this? He must get out from my mat. And I shall drag them out. These are his own words. Here is no haziness. It is all clear instruction for his devotees, for his followers, for his friends, for the newcomers. Everything he very clearly has done. Seeing the activities of others, we can now understand something of the reason why Srila Guru Maharaj did this. Now there is a section who are always saying, Guru Maharaj is great, he is great, he is great. But his desire they cannot follow. So what is their faith to their Guru? Srila Guru Maharaj commented, quote, I do not want to go into the jungle of acharyas. Rather, I will keep myself to myself, maybe in a thatched house, but that must be very clean and very quiet. Close quote. And for that he made Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. Not only that, but he did not want to make many mats. That was his desire. But I was very enthusiastic to do something for the devotees, and he mercifully gave me the instruction, yes, you can do one in Calcutta as the devotees' transit station, and you can do in Puri and in Vrindavan. That is, Puri, Vrindavan and Navadip, and Don't make many mats. That was Srila Guru Maharaj's instruction. It was not his full desire that I make many mats, but looking after the eagerness of the devotees, he accepted this, and in his lifetime we have done it, so we have no problem. But now others are making a hodgepodge kind of society, and I am well aware of it. My preaching in the West is going in a very happy way. Who has seen my preaching style in the West, he will immediately understand that our preaching mission will grow more and more if I go there and preach, and they are afraid of that. This became clear to me some time ago in Vrindavan. However, I am keeping a very clear position with all other missionary activities. That is, I am a servitor of Srila Guru Maharaj, and I am engaging in such service that comes to me. And if anyone wishes to join with me or the Sampradaya in that same exclusive way, we will invite them. Please come and do seva. If any ISKCON servitor who has not taken initiation comes to me and asks if he can do service in ISKCON, I say, yes, you can do. If you want to take initiation from me, I have no objection. But you are serving ISKCON, so serve ISKCON. If they do not abuse me, you can stay there. I am a disciple of Srila Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, and I have only one line. That is service to Srila Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. And I am continuing that preceptorial line. I am respecting all the Vaishnavas, and why will I not do so? Offense to the Vaishnava is also Nama Aparad. I cannot do Nama Aparad. Offense to the Vaishnava is Nama Aparad. That I know clearly. I am very insignificant, and my mission is very small, but I shall try to do the seva of the sincere seekers, as is the order of my Sri Gurudev, and I am trying as much as is possible by me. That is my final conclusion. Meanwhile, others are trying to take my friends, but I am tolerating everything. My mood is to tolerate, because without tolerating, nothing can be achieved. You must tolerate and give honor to others. I am taking everyone's feet dust on my head, and I am feeling grateful to get their feet dust. I never went to any other mat without any service to Srila Guru Maharaj. Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj would come and serve Srila Guru Maharaj every year. But without my service to Guru Maharaj, I also never went to his mat. Katwa, the place where Mahaprabhu took sannyas, is just 28 miles from here, but I never went there in 30 years. I can go to see, oh, this is the very auspicious place where Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Here is Mahaprabhu's deity, and here are many reminders of Mahaprabhu's sannyas leela. But, leaving my service, I never went there. And that was not 1 year, or 2 or 3 years. But for 30 years I did not go to Katwa. I am passing Katwa station by train, but not getting down. Similarly, in Kalna, in 20 years I never went to see that place, even though Mahaprabhu is living there. It is just 4 stops down on the train. Nitai Gaur are there at Gauridas Pandit's house. But when a legal case came, at that time I went there every 15 days, or sometimes every 7 days. And on 1 day only, by the desire of Srila Guru Maharaj, I went to see Gauridas Pandit's Nitai Gaur and pay my Dandavat pranams. At that time the government wanted to take the whole mat and property of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat, and at that time myself and Haricharan Prabhu went there in order to resist the takeover. By the grace of Srila Guru Maharaj we were successful. That is my mood to Srila Guru Maharaj, and who will follow that, I believe he must be benefited, for that is the real exclusive devotional line. End of the reading of Chapter 20 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Reading Affectionate Guidance, Chapter 21, The Eternal Service of Sri Gaura Saraswati. Question. Recently, Your Divine Grace instructed that in all our temples and ashrams worldwide, our devotees should chant the Sri Saraswati Arati in addition to Sri Gaura Arati each evening. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj replies, Yes, and I feel other missions will also adopt this. There are now so many ashrams and mats, not only Srila Guru Maharaj's ashram and mat, but so many of Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers and disciples have made separate ashrams and mats. There may now be 300 or 400 ashrams, but in each ashram they generally sing only Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Koshoba, and some may sometimes sing Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Milana. Srila Bhaktivinoda composed these two songs, which are of different types. One song is for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and one is for Sri Sri Radha Krishna. In our Saraswata Sampradaya, the disciples and grand-disciples of Srila Saraswati Thakur, you will find in almost every ashram that the Sri Vigraha are Sri Sri Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu together on one throne. We offer Arati to the one throne of Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu. But that specific kind of Arati song had not previously been composed. Srila Guru Maharaj considered that Arati means the glorification of the deities, but a specific kirtan for the glorification of Sri Sri Radha Krishna together with Mahaprabhu is not found anywhere. Srila Guru Maharaj therefore composed Sri Saraswati Arati, where he explained the mood of our deities and why the deities are in this particular way on the Singhasan of our mat. So many of Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers appreciated this composition, and some started singing it regularly, and some did not. This was the situation. Srila Guru Maharaj was not by nature eager to push others to chant the Arati song he had composed. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur composed Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Koshoba, and Srila Guru Maharaj did not want to disturb the mood of the devotees who chant this in their mats everywhere. Although Srila Guru Maharaj did not want to cross over what had been organized already by the whole of the Saraswata Sampradaya, he nonetheless wanted to give the full conception regarding our deities. He therefore instructed that in their honor, every Friday, Sri Saraswati Arati will be sung for the satisfaction of our deities and our divine masters. Srila Guru Maharaj was a little hesitant, but I feel it was a little shortcoming on my part that I did not assert the introduction of this Arati song on a daily basis in the presence of Srila Guru Maharaj. Now, by his grace, the inspiration has come to me that this Sri Saraswati Arati is the real Arati of our deities. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande is only for Mahaprabhu and the Pancha Tattva, So if we sing only this one song, some incompleteness will always be felt. Srila Guru Maharaj wanted to make our song complete. I started to feel this very strongly, and I mentioned it to Sripad Janardhan Maharaj. He immediately declared that he will start the singing of Sri Saraswati Arati on a daily basis in our Santa Cruz ashram. Sripad Sagar Maharaj then followed suit. Then I decided that we shall also start here in Navadip. I understood that it will not disturb the mood of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because we shall first sing Jaya Jaya Gaurachande. No doubt it will take a little more time to chant both songs instead of one, but what is the purpose of our life without the service and satisfaction of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga? Certainly there is no difficulty for us to spend a little more time for their service in the Arati. The purport of Sri Saraswati Arati gives full Krishna consciousness to us. It perfectly explains the mood of Radha Govinda and the mood of Mahaprabhu. Included there is some description of their pastimes and why they have manifested in this form of the deities. Such clarification is given in this song. Question: why did Srila Guru Maharaj ask it to be sung specifically on Friday evenings? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, Friday is considered to be a good day. Brihaspatibar and Shukrabar, Thursday and Friday, are both pure, auspicious days according to astrology. However, on Brihaspatibar Barbela, Thursday afternoon, some environmental or general disturbance may come around the time of Arati. This is the external cause. The internal cause is that Shukra is known as a teacher in Raga Marga and Brihaspati as a teacher of Vidhi Marga. We are followers of Raga Marga, so he chose Shukrabar, Friday. Question: do you wish this Sri Saraswati Arati to be sung in all our temples around the world, whether or not they have Mahaprabhu, Radha and Krishna? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, yes, even if they have only Mahaprabhu. However, in special cases, the devotees may sing other specific songs for the deities in their temple. For example, in Puri, where we have Sri Sri Nittai Chaitanya Dev. For them, I composed Sri Sri Nittai Chaitanya Arati. In particular, we give specific honor to what our Guru Maharaj composed. He gave much honor with respect to his Guru Maharaj's songs, so we shall give that type of respect to our Guru Maharaj's songs. He taught us by his example, and we must carry out his teachings. End of chapter 21 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Reading Affectionate Guidance, Chapter 22, The Voice of Sri Chaitanya Dev. Anyere hridaya mana mora mana brindavana, mane bane eka kori jani, taha tomara paradvaya karaha yadi udaya, tabe tomara purna kripa mani. The illusory environment is always attacking and disturbing the jiva souls in so many ways. But Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati started the cleansing process, like Gundicha Marjan, the cleansing of the Lord's temple. This was his first work in this world. The heart must be made like Vrindavan. It won't do to keep a jungle in the heart. Many disturbing elements are in the jungle, but there is nothing like that in Vrindavan. Everything in Vrindavan is perfectly pure. So we must worship the Supreme Lord purely. To mix with Maya for our sense pleasure and invite God in our heart is gross hypocrisy. With great force, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did everything in their power to smash such hypocrisy. Their first work was to preach the name. In Bengal, so many would chant the name, but in a hashish-smoking party. Some would chant for hours on end. There was no dearth of such Harinam in Bengal. But the qualification of real purity was absent. Because of this, Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya, or religious succession, became completely adulterated. People uttered the name Vaishnava with hatred. The groups known as Nera, Darabesha, Sani, Aul, Baul, Kartabhaja, etc., they all made such a hodgepodge of Mahaprabhu's high and confidential teachings of divine perfection that Mahaprabhu was no longer respected by the people. If anyone said, "A Vaishnava is at the door," the head of the family would say, "Oh, give him a little rice and send him off." Such was the conception the common people had of Vaishnavas. But the real Vaishnava Dharma is Jaiva Dharma, the nature of the soul, the divine life of the soul. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote his book Jaiva Dharma to bring genuine Vaishnava religion out to the world. Jivera Svarupa Hoya Krishnera Nityadas, Krishnera Tatashthar Shakti, Bedha Bedha Prakash. From Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 2108. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught, quote, "The real identity of the soul is as an eternal servitor of Krishna. He is Krishna's marginal potency, present simultaneously distinct yet non-distinct from Krishna." End of quote. And it was this type of transcendental knowledge that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami brought here. That was already present, but hidden in the scriptures or holy books, and he revealed it. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami's unique contribution was the Daiva Varnashram Dharma, or godly socio-religious society, according to the proper interpretation of the scriptures. That is, Daiva Varnashram Dharma, Hari Bhakti Yara Marma, Shastra Yukti Korila Nishchaya. The so-called religion that goes on in the material world is demoniac or Asura Varnashram. But the Daiva Varnashram Dharma always strives to worship the Lord. There are many devotional duties, but their aim is exclusively the satisfaction of the Lord. Shravanang Kirtanang Vishnuho Smaranang Pada Sevanang, or hearing, chanting, remembering, etc., are all duties for no other purpose but worshipping the Lord. The execution of these functions is known in its primary stage as Daiva Varnashram. The bodily calculation of considering a Brahmana's son a Brahmana, or a Shudra's son a Shudra, etc., is false. Chatur Varnyang Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Bhagavad Gita 4.13. Quote, "The four social divisions are created by me and divided according to man's qualities and works." Close quote. Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur showed us that genuine socio-religious organization of Varnashram Dharma must worship the Lord. And above Varnashram Dharma is Vaishnavism or Jaiva Dharma, the divine life or religion of the soul. This is the line of which Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami established real Vaishnavism in the world. A Vaishnava is never inferior to a Brahmana. A Vaishnava is always superior to a Brahmana. That is his real position. The position of a Vaishnava is never merely next to a Brahmana. The Vaishnava lives in the other world, the transcendental world of service, Seva Maya Bhumika, or Nirguna Bhumika, the transcendental plane. And Varnashram Dharma is in the Saguna Bhumika, the plane of mundane qualities. But the attempt to rise above the Mayic plane comes within the purview of Varnashram Dharma. Varnashramach aravata purushena paraha puman Vishnur aradhyate pantha nanyat tat tosa karanam. Quote from Vishnu Purana: Almighty Vishnu is worshipped by the person whose practices conform to the social and religious duties. Varna Dharma, Ashrama Dharma. In this world, there is no other way to propitiate him. Close quote. Such a teaching guides the world towards the worship of Lord Krishna. But the Vaishnavas live in the transcendental world. For example, if you take prasadam, you are not taking mere rice, vegetables, water, etc. You are taking what was offered to Krishna. You cannot be responsible for any sin. The devotee offers everything for Krishna's pleasure. Tvayopa bhukta srag gandha vaso lankara charchitaha uchchishta bhojino dasas Tava mayang jayema hi. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.6.46. Quote, Adorned with the garlands, scents and clothing enjoyed by you, and partaking of your remnants, O Lord, we, your servitors, can conquer your Maya. Close quote. In this way, the eternally living and ecstatic Satchit Anandamaya element that is present within is again fully manifest. Similarly, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami once again revealed to the world that which is eternal and ever fresh. Before his appearance, people might have been chanting the name of God, but how did they chant it? In his time, he was the inaugurator of the genuine chanting of Harinam. Pritivite yata katha dharma name chale, bhagavata kahe saga paripurna chale. Totalitarian war against Maya. What passes in this world in the name of religion, everything is false. You are Jiva soul. Krishna is like the great sun, and you are like a sun ray. The sun ray must always be attached to the great sun. That is his nature. Krishna is like a big exalted magnet, and you are like iron. Therefore, he is called Krishna, meaning Krish, to attract, and Na, to give joy. He attracts us and gives us ecstasy. Kashan Venu Svanair Gopir Gopinata Shriyestunaha. This is Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's gift. Many acharyas, such as Shankaracharya, Buddha, Ramanuja, Nimbaditya, Madhvacharya came and distributed the mercy of the Lord. But the supreme position was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was suppressed by the illusory environment, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami came, cleansed and revealed that divine gem. He clarified to the world the real position of Vaishnava Dharma. Now nobody can accuse Vaishnava Dharma of being a lower-class religion or conception. It can only be admitted to be greater than the greatest. He established, especially in Bengal, the renounced order of the Vaishnavas, Tridanda Sannyas. Previously the custom was Ekadanda Sannyas of the Mayavadis. He established many things in a new light, in the pure line. The chanting process, the preaching process, he renovated everything and established the proper line according to the Vedic culture to take us to our supramental destination. Once, along with Srila Guru Maharaj, we visited his godbrother Sauren Babu, a big pandit who was very much opposed to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, also came to that meeting. Guru Maharaj gave his lecture, and after that, on the invitation of Sauren Babu, that pandit gave his lecture. He admitted, "We can now understand that we were wrong and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada was right. In my youth I heavily opposed his preaching, but that was my great wrong. I now can say that he was upholding genuine righteousness, and all of us who opposed him were wrong. The Gosai, Pandits, Sahajya, all were wrong." At that time, so-called Vaishnavism was very low-classism, but after Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, it again rose to its high, glorious position. You will see 2 lines of a special song at the front of our Nat Mandir. Matala Harijana Kirtana Range, Pujala Ragapata Gaurava Bhange. This verse is the personification of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. What is the worship he showed us, and how is it executed? Both are shown here. Before, if a Vaishnava came to the door, everybody would think he was naked but for a kopin, or at least his cloth must be dirty. And he wore beads and tilak. Mata nera kopani pada, nake tilak galaya mala. This was how Bhaktivinoda Thakur described the pseudo-Vaishnava. Eho ta ek kalira chala, like a servant of Kali, a devil. This whole anomaly was smashed by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. He established big mats, monasteries, and mandirs, temples. He engaged all the fruits of technology and materialism, motor cars, printing presses, and so many things, for spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. His preaching began at Ultadingi Junction Road in Calcutta. There was a 2-storied building with only 1 room upstairs. Downstairs there were 4 rooms where 4 Vaishnava families lived, all his disciples, and with their donations they kept him in the single room upstairs. I have seen that room personally. His preaching began from there. Later he rented another house for preaching. Despite that humble beginning, the world can now see the result of the preaching of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. As described by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, Mahaprabhu has said, Pritivite acheyata nagaradi grama, sarvatra prachara hoibe mora nama. In Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, quote, My name shall be preached in as many towns and villages that will be in the world. Close quote. As predicted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can now see devotees chanting and dancing all over the world in the name of Nitai Gauranga. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra has spread all over the world. No doubt this knowledge is transcendental, but it is necessary to properly follow the line of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Otherwise, after a few years, or 50 or 100 years, all will fall into the pit of Sahajiaism, imitation. We must be ever cautious to follow the principle of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. We have also seen that our Guru Maharaj could never accept anything but pure Vaishnavism. Many compromises have been seen in so-called Vaishnavism, but Srila Guru Maharaj would never mix such alloys. His talks were always completely straightforward, in the line of the pure, unalloyed devotion that was distributed in the world by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus it is clear that Guru Maharaj purely distributed unalloyed devotion all over the world. We have all seen that when Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada toured all over the world for preaching, he would regularly return to India and meet with Guru Maharaj. Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakop Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, was his very intimate friend, and he also took Guru Maharaj as his Shiksha Guru. He would come to see how Guru Maharaj was keeping and give him a report about the progress of his preaching work. And Swami Maharaj said to Guru Maharaj, I am bringing raw materials from the West. You please purify and use these materials for the service of Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna. For the general preaching, Srila Swami Maharaj distributed the Hare Krishna Mahamantra all over the world. That is general preaching. But it is not that he did not know what good preaching is. He well knew. But he had to check himself, like Mahaprabhu. When many people came to see Mahaprabhu's dancing in his intoxication of divine love, he would come to Bhaya Dasha, that is, he would check himself. So we see that Swami Maharaj brought many fortunate souls from many countries to Krishna consciousness. He thought that a special group would necessarily require higher spiritual education. He mentioned this to Srila Guru Maharaj. He said, I am bringing raw materials. You please rectify them and use them for Mahaprabhu's service. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami came into this world and distributed real Vaishnavism. And by his grace we have our Guru Maharaj. He is the Guru of both Srila Swami Maharaj and Srila Guru Maharaj. We can never come to the end of singing the glories of such great souls. How can we fully glorify the character of the Supreme Vaishnavas? It is impossible to do them justice. We try, but time checks us. Anyway, today, this day of Sri Krishna Panchami is most auspicious. We can only pray at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur that he may be pleased with us. And no doubt he is always pleased with us. Otherwise, how could we have a place in his sampradaya? especially in the line of his very dearmost Srila Sridhar Maharaj. We have come under the guidance of Srila Guru Maharaj, so we have no doubt that we are very, very fortunate. But that is not the end of our work. We must proceed towards our destination. The blessings of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur and the Vaishnavas are always necessary. Everybody's well wishes are necessary for our practicing spiritual life. Sriman Mahaprabhu has said, Chinadapi sunichena taror iva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtanyaha sada harihi. Mahaprabhu has very kindly given us 3 rules. Trinadapi sunichena. Do not disturb anyone. Consider yourself lower than a blade of grass. Taror iva sahishnuna. Like a tree, tolerate everything in this mundane world. Amanina manadena. The life of service is the eternal property of the exalted Jiva soul, or the liberated soul, and that is also the property of everyone. So you must respect everyone, without expecting respect in return. By following these principles, always sing the glories of the Supreme Lord Hari. We have received these instructions by the grace of Sriman Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Dev and Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. The purport of such teachings has its own subtle connotation, which must be in the proper line. We cannot follow the proper line of thought without taking shelter in the lotus feet of a genuine Guru. Such are the teachings of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. Previously, many Shastras, many types of Vaishnavas and religions were to be seen in the world, but only after the appearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami was it openly clarified that the only necessity is a life of service to Krishna under the guidance of the genuine Guru and Vaishnava. May Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur be gracious upon us. Srila Guru Maharaj wrote many Sanskrit verses about him. They are so exalted that if we enter into the purport of only one of them, hours can pass unnoticed. After the departure of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj wrote this shloka about him. Nikila bhuvana maya chinna vicchinna katri vibuddha bahula mrigya mukti mohanta datri shitilita vidhi ragaradhya radesha dhani vilasatu hridi nityam bhakti siddhanta vani. Srila Guru Maharaj himself said that if Srila Prabhupada were present to hear this shloka, he would have said that his entire personality had been embraced in only 4 lines. Revealing his own identity, Srila Guru Maharaj wrote, Vrishabhanu Sutta Dayita Nucharang Charanashrita Renu Dharastamaham Mahad Adbhuta Pavana Shakti Padang Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Quote, I eternally bow unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, who is the dearmost attendant of Vrishabhanu Nandini. By taking the dust of his lotus feet, Charanashrita Renu Dharaha, I have now become Sridhar Maharaj. The dust of his lotus feet is so glorious, it purifies everything in an astonishing and miraculous way. Mahad Adbhuta Pavana Shakti Padang. Glorious, wonderfully purifying lotus feet. End of quote. and end of the reading of chapter 22 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Reading Affectionate Guidance, Chapter 23. Puri Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Jagannath Dev and his Dham. Question. During the later pastimes of Srila Guru Maharaj, we heard that he wanted to spend his last days in Jagannath Puri. Is this correct? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, yes, but mentally. In earlier years, sometimes Srila Guru Maharaj went to Puri for observing Ujja Brata during Kartik month. He used to stay in the place that is now the Aravinda Ashram. Actually, in Mahaprabhu's Leela, Puri is similar to Kurukshetra in Krishna's Leela. The mood of union in separation and intense service need is at its greatest there. Mahaprabhu expressed, Priha so yang Krishna sahachari Kurukshetra militas, tatahang sa radha tad idam ubhayo sangama sukham, tatapyantaha kelan madhura murali panchame jushe, mano me kalindi pulina vipinaya Sprihayati. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-lila 176. This is a verse spoken by Srimati Radharani to Srimati Lalita Devi, and Srila Rupa Goswami expressed it in this way, quote, Krishna who lived earlier in Vrindavan Dham, that Krishna is now here before me, and I am already in union with him. I am thinking that this Krishna and I, we are the same persons as we were living in Vrindavan, and that Krishna has mercifully given us his union here. This is sufficient for anyone, but it is not pleasing my heart so nicely, because my heart is hankering to be in Vrindavan with this Krishna. Here also we are playing with Krishna and dancing with him. All our activities are going nicely with him, but still I am not happy with that. My heart always wants the association of Krishna on the banks of the Jamuna, where there are many varieties of kunjas, and he plays his flute. Here Krishna is not playing a flute, but in Vrindavan he plays his flute and calls everyone through that sound. And there he plays with us like our boyfriend. We want to meet with Krishna on those banks of the Jamuna, and that will give me full satisfaction. Whereas this meeting in Kurukshetra is giving me neither full satisfaction nor peace within my heart. Close quote. This is the meaning of the Kurukshetra Leela with the Brajavasis. Here we find the most extreme mood of separation. On a plate there may be your favorite foodstuffs, but if you cannot take that food, then what will be your feeling? Similarly, if Krishna is in front of you, but you cannot play as you like with him, the mood of separation is very strong. In Puri, Mahaprabhu went every day to see Lord Jagannath living in the temple, and he saw Jagannath Dev to be Krishna, but still he was not satisfied with that. He needed to meet Krishna with the Jamuna, flute, etc. Such feelings of separation came to Mahaprabhu, and he suffered from that so much. It is that mood of separation that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur worshipped. He did not worship union, but he worshipped the mood of separation of Mahaprabhu. Such mood of separation happened in Kurukshetra. Therefore he wrote that in Vrindavan live bogus persons, whereas the real devotees of Krishna live in Kurukshetra. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur sent Srila Guru Maharaj to Kurukshetra to make a centre. As Mat Commander, he led a small group of devotees, and he succeeded in making an ashram there. I have seen that place. Question. Is it also the case that when the devotees saw Mahaprabhu in Puri, they had the feeling, "This is Mahaprabhu, but we want him as Nimai in Navadip"? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, yes, such feeling is shown in the shloka by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Ami chai Gaura Chandra loite Mayapure. Here Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur expresses the great mood of separation he felt to see the sannyas vesh, sannyas clothing, of Mahaprabhu in Gambhira. Quote, I like to see Sri Chaitanya Dev, but I particularly want to worship, remember, see and serve Gaura Chandra, Vishvambar Pandit. It is my desire to see the Mayapur Leela of young Sri Gaura Sundar. As Nimai Pandit, he had beautiful hair, he decorated himself with fine clothing, and he engaged in pastimes like a young Brahmana boy, along with his associated devotees in Mayapur, Ishodhyan. To see him in such a way is my worshipable desire. Close quote. Mahaprabhu used to be Nimai Pandit, and that is a very sweet name for him. Even after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, many of the Goswamis, such as Srila Rupa Goswami, many times would say the name of Sri Sachimata. Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur said, and it is almost too much for anyone, even if in a dream one will chant the name of Sachimata, one will get full liberation and transcendental happiness. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur expressed his wish to be attached to Mahaprabhu's Navadip Leela. He mentioned very clearly that Mahaprabhu took sannyas, and that is all right because it is his pastime. But he has taken so much austerity, and the devotees, such as Sri Jagadananda Pandit and others, cannot tolerate that. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wants to see Mahaprabhu living in Navadip peacefully with the devotees of Nadia. There the Panchatattva are chanting and dancing in great jubilation. When I saw hanging behind my chair in Dum Dum Park a picture of Sriman Mahaprabhu chanting in this way, I wanted to compose a shloka describing it. Then suddenly I found that already Srila Prabhupada Saraswati has expressed it very nicely in his book Sri Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhi. In his book Sri Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhi, he has made Mangalarchanam with this shloka. The general meaning is, quote, Mahaprabhu is chanting Hare Krishna with his Parshad devotees in the mood of dancing, with arms upraised, with tears constantly flowing from his eyes to the earth, making the whole ground wet, and with the hairs of his body standing on end, thus appearing like the white and yellow color of the Kadamba flower. I offer my worship to this Mahaprabhu, who is chanting with his devotees in Navadip Dham. Close quote. Another devotee expressed, Mane kore node juri hridoya bichai, tahara upare sonar goranga nachai. Quote, that type of Mahaprabhu I want to worship in my heart, and I want to spread my heart like a carpet along the whole of the bank of the Ganges, so Mahaprabhu may dance there in my heart. Close quote. There are many such expressions. Question. So in Puri we find union in separation twice. The devotees see Mahaprabhu in the mood of separation. Also, Mahaprabhu sees Jagannath Dev in the mood of great separation. Srila Govinda Maharaj: Yes, it is especially the Navadip devotees who feel this mood of union in separation when they see Mahaprabhu. The Navadip devotees would sometimes stay in Puri Dham with Sriman Mahaprabhu for 4 months each year. It is the tradition that each year many of our Navadip devotees go to Puri. Our Western devotees are also always eager to go to Puri, even when it is not possible for them to see Lord Jagannath. They like to see the area of Jagannath and the places of the pastimes of Mahaprabhu and the devotees. Previously, however, we had no place to stay there, so the devotees would stay in dharmashalas. But sometimes there would be no rooms available, especially at the time of Sri Jagannath Dev's Rathayatra. Therefore, for the devotees' convenience and service, it was my desire to establish a centre in Puri. Srila Guru Maharaj told me not to make many mats, or I may get much trouble to run them. However, it is the will of Krishna that lastly Srila Guru Maharaj gave permission. Yes, you can make 3, 1 in Vrindavan, 1 in Puri Dham, and 1 in Calcutta. Calcutta is our transit station, and Vrindavan is the destination of many devotees, as is Puri Dham. So these 3 places are for service to the devotees. This is our mood. In Puri, the devotees tried for a long time to buy a piece of land, but they were repeatedly unsuccessful. Then I promised to Srila Guru Maharaj, I will take charge of purchasing the land. I will go there, and within 2 months we must certainly get something. I wanted to follow the example of Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Haridas Thakur, etc., which was not to disturb the strict regulations of Jagannath Dev's pandas, priests. I therefore looked in the area frequented by the Western travellers, and which is a little distance from the temple. I also wanted to avoid staying near other missions of the Gaudiya mats, so as to avoid any danger of aparad. I tried so hard, but each piece of land that seemed suitable was eventually found to be under litigation or otherwise unavailable. 6 weeks passed in this search, to no avail. Finally, I prayed to Lord Jagannath, Wherever you will give some land, I will make a temple there. Within 3 days, news reached me through Shripad Damodar Maharaj that a man wanted to sell some land in the area of Gaurbatsahi. I met the proprietor, and within 5 minutes the sale was settled, and within just 15 days it was registered. Our prayer to Lord Jagannath, Lord Baladev, and Lady Subhadra should be, kindly grant us some opportunity to render service at Jagannath Puri. Srila Guru Maharaj gave a clue to bhajan life under Pandit Gadadhar. Our mat is near his temple, the temple of Tota Gopinath. Going from our temple towards Tota Gopinath temple, on the right side is Sri Purushottam mat, the temple established by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. We purchased the land for our temple in 1984, and the deities were installed in 1990. Service goes on at our mat in Puri daily. Our guest house, Sevak Bhavan, is now well known in Puri, and all the town's rickshaw drivers know its location. Question: how did the deities come to our ashram in Puri? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, inspiration came from Srila Guru Maharaj that there may be no, or at least very few, Sri Vigrahas deities of Nityananda Prabhu in Puri Dham. At that time several deities of Mahaprabhu were there, but not of Nityananda Prabhu. In Navadip we were already keeping two deities, Sri Nitai and Sri Chaitanya Dev. It was at first the desire of Srila Guru Maharaj that these deities of Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu would play in Govinda Kund, opposite the temple here in Navadip, and still it is in my mind to try to manifest such a project here. I would like to do it this year itself, and I have asked one good carpenter devotee to come. He can do so much seva in the centenary hall, and especially he can make a nice singhasan, throne, and a boat for Sri Sri Nitai Gauranga's pastimes in Govinda Kund. It has been my hidden desire to do this, and I have already purchased some teak wood especially for this project. When I asked Srila Guru Maharaj if I could take these Sri Sri Nitai Gaura deities from here to Puri, he agreed, and said that if I wish, I may take them. So, by the grace and will of Srila Guru Maharaj, when our Puri mat manifested, Mahaprabhu accepted the name of Chaitanya and went with Nitai to Puri for their pastimes. Srila Guru Maharaj honoured these deities, and he touched the feet of them both. They are very exalted and very heavy. Previously there was no kirtan written for the particular arati of Sri Sri Nitai Chaitanya. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur had previously composed the Panchatattva arati, Kiba Jaya Jaya Gaurachande, Arati Kushobha, etc. And he composed Yugala Arati, that is, Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Milan, etc., for the worship of Sri Sri Radha Krishna. But no kirtan had been composed for Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna on one altar. Therefore, Srila Guru Maharaj composed Sri Saraswata Arati specifically for the worship of our Navadip mat deities, Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ju. It was following their example, and by Srila Guru Maharaj's inspiration, that I composed Nitai Chaitanya Dev Arati for our deities in Puri. The area of our temple is called Gaur Batsahi, which means the way and area of Mahaprabhu. It is the place where Mahaprabhu would regularly pass through, most probably after visiting the Jagannath temple, going to see Haridas Thakur, or going to bathe in the sea. The area is near the lotus feet of Chatak Parvat, the Govardhan hill of Purushottama Dham. Question. You mentioned that our Puri mat is near to Sri Gadadhar Pandit's ashram. In what way can devotees derive benefit from this proximity? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, you can gain benefit from everywhere. It exists within one's mood of devotion. Benefit's nature is like that. But there is some particular opportunity that when seeing Sri Gadadhar Pandit's ashram, you can remember the pastimes of Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar Pandit lived a little distance away from Mahaprabhu's ashram. Mahaprabhu lived about 1 kilometer away at Kashi Mishra Bhavan, now known as Gambhira. When Mahaprabhu would go to bathe and meet with Srila Haridas Thakur, he would sometimes come via the road past Sri Gadadhar Pandit's ashram, and he would meet with him. Also Sri Gadadhar Pandit sometimes invited Mahaprabhu to take prasadam there. Every day Sri Gadadhar Pandit would offer bhoga to the deities in his ashram, and sometimes he would offer that to Mahaprabhu, who would immediately come and accept it. Sri Gadadhar Pandit did not buy anything, but would somehow collect all ingredients. Mahaprabhu especially liked a particular spinach preparation that Sri Gadadhar Pandit made. In his later pastimes, almost every day Mahaprabhu would go to the ocean and meet with Sri Gadadhar Pandit, and Sri Gadadhar Pandit would sometimes go to Gambhira and read the Srimad Bhagavatam to Mahaprabhu. For the last 12 years, Mahaprabhu lived in Puri in an extreme mood of separation in Gambhira. When Mahaprabhu was so intoxicated with Krishna Prema in Gambhira, and constantly in the mood of separation from Krishna and crying, at that time Gadadhar Pandit would go there and give nourishment through his reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu considered every letter of Srimad Bhagavatam to be a manifestation of Krishna, and when he heard it from Gadadhar Pandit's lotus mouth, he felt so much peace and felt himself to be fully nourished. Sri Gadadhar Pandit served Mahaprabhu in this way. Srila Guru Maharaj composed the Pranam Mantram to Sri Gadadhar Pandit. Nilam bodhitate sada svavirakha kshepan vitang bandhavang Srimad Bhagavati Katha Madiraya Sanjeevayan Bhati Yaha Srimad Bhagavatang Sada Svanayana Shrupayanai Pujayan Goswami Pravaro Gadadhara Vibhur Bhuyat Madikha Gatihi. Quote, if a friend feels so much separation from his girlfriend or boyfriend, he or she cannot understand what to do and may even act like a madman. At that time, a friend may try to make him peaceful by giving a little wine or something similar. The ecstatic recitations of Srimad Bhagavatam by Sri Gadadhar Pandit are likened to this nourishment which he gave to Sriman Mahaprabhu in his extreme mood of separation from Sri Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is the non-different form of Krishna himself, and it is ecstasy in the form of sound vibration. Sriman Mahaprabhu would sit opposite Gadadhar Pandit, and he would receive nourishment from Sri Gadadhar Pandit's reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Gadadhar Pandit himself became intoxicated to chant the shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam, and he would cry. With those tears he worshipped his dearmost friend Sriman Mahaprabhu. Such is the mood of Gadadhar Pandit, and that Sri Gadadhar Pandit Goswami is the only shelter of my life. End of quote. The translation of the Pranam Mantra to Sri Gadadhar Pandit composed by Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Mahaprabhu took the whole bhav and kanti of Srimati Radharani. That is, all the mood and colour of Srimati Radharani was taken by Mahaprabhu because he wanted to taste her ecstasy. Sri Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani minus the mood of herself, that having been taken by Mahaprabhu. Sri Gadadhar Pandit is the incarnation of Srimati Radharani, but he is subdued. However, this is of another plane, and it is all full. A short while after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, it was decided by the devotees in Shantipur and agreed by Sachimata that Mahaprabhu would stay in Jagannath Puri. Then Sri Gadadhar Pandit decided, I shall go there and stay. Sri Gadadhar Pandit took Kshetra sannyas, which means that he promised to accept to stay in one place. That place was his ashram, the temple of Tota Gopinath. The Orisan poet Govinda Das Kavi was in Puri at the time of Mahaprabhu's leaving his manifest pastimes, and he wrote that Mahaprabhu left by entering within the Tota Gopinath deity. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur did not accept all his writings, but he did accept this idea of Sriman Mahaprabhu's disappearance. Sri Tota Gopinath is also famous for his pastime, that one night he sat down so that Sri Gadadhar Pandit, in his old age, could still reach up to garland him. He remains seated to this day. Question: what guidance would you like to give for the devotees going to the Jagannath Rathayatra festival this year? Srila Govinda Maharaj replied, the first thing is not to break any rules and regulations of the Jagannath temple. They will humbly try to see the places of pastimes of Mahaprabhu and his associates, such as Srila Haridas Thakur, Sri Ramananda Roy, Sri Sarup Damodar, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sri Gadadhar Pandit, Sri Jagarananda Prabhu, Sri Paramananda Puri Goswami, Maharaj Prataparudra's house, Gundicha, Shiki Mahiti's house, and many others. They will see these places and try to feel in their heart the mood of union in separation shown by Sriman Mahaprabhu, and they will offer prayers to the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If they cannot go inside any of the places, then they can see these places from outside. Question: we have heard it is recommended that a visitor to Vrindavan should stay just 3 nights so as to minimize his chances of committing offences. Does this recommendation apply to Sri Puri Dham also? Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, in fact, this is not actually so. If the devotees will go to Vrindavan and follow the mood of Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, then they can stay in Vrindavan. But they should not go there for business or for the Loy Bazaar shops. The Dham is Chinmaya Bhumi. It is made of transcendental substance. Srila Guru Maharaj is questioned many times by the Western devotees as to how one should see Navadip Dham, and he clearly explained that it is Chinmaya Bhumi. So we should see the Dham in this way, and not with any mundane view. The matter is that when we shall go to the Dham, we shall try to live and feel where we are going. The feeling should come that it is the transcendental Dham, and Mahaprabhu's pastimes with his devotees are always going on. My own mood is that I do not go every day to the temple of Lord Jagannath, but I go before Jagannath in his temple, and I say to him in this way, my Dandavat Pranam to your lotus feet. I am present, sir. I am here. I cannot see Jagannath because I cannot see him through my mind and vision. Therefore, I am not trying to approach him in that way. Instead, I am presenting myself in front of Jagannath with the mood and prayer. I am here at your lotus feet. Please see me. Please see me means, my good and my bad, everything is in front of you. You please make me as you like to see me. That is the mood. Then I do parikrama, and then return to our ashram by the ocean to stay under the lotus feet of Sri Sri Nitai Chaitanya Dev. It is my advice to everyone not to behave like a businessman with Sri Jagannath Dev. Not to approach him in the way of, I am paying my Dandavat Pranam, give me this, give me that, make my son good, my wife good, etc. No, we shall pray like Prahlad Maharaj. Yadi dasyasi me kaman, varangstvam varadashabha, kamananang hridya sangrohang bhavatastu vrine varam. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.10.7. Quote, if you want to give something to me, and you are eager to give, then please give me this, that I shall not be again within the illusion of desiring anything. Please do not permit me to ask you for anything again. Please demolish that type of desire from my heart. End of quote. This should be our prayer, and this is Ananya Bhakti, exclusive devotion, in Shanta Rasa. When devotees will go to see Lord Jagannath during the time of Rath Yatra, they will see his deity, no doubt, and they will pray, Jagannath Dev, if you want to give something, please give devotion. We will make this our desire, and not anything of mundane form. In the mundane plane, whatever bad or good will come to us, will come according to our karma. We will not involve our Master and Lord with that. Question. Upstairs in the devotees' quarters adjoining our temple is a large new room for your divine grace, and you occupied it for some time. However, last time you were in Puri, you returned to your previous quarters downstairs in Sevak Bhavan. Why was that? Srila Govinda Maharaj. Downstairs in Sevak Bhavan I feel much peace of mind. I am readily accessible to all. I can see all the comings and goings of the people, and there is a nice garden outside. But upstairs in the temple accommodation, I cannot see who is coming and going, and I cannot meet with the devotees so readily. If we invite anyone, they may feel a little trouble to climb the stairs. Also, if I stay in Sevak Bhavan, it is helpful to make the devotees there conscious of their conduct in the Dham. There is also plenty of space for devotees and guests to sit and meet with me. For these reasons I moved back to Sevak Bhavan, so that I can serve my Srila Guru Maharaj in a better way. End of chapter 23 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Reading Affectionate Guidance, Chapter 24, A Day at Hapaniya. I offer my obeisances to my respected godbrothers, godsisters, and the villagers of Sri Hapaniya. Today we have very happily come to Sripat Hapaniya Dham. Our destination is Goloka, even if we may not know where Goloka is. However, we must know that the abode of Goloka has personally become manifest in this world as the abode of the Divine Master, the residence of the devotees, and the temple where the deities are worshipped. Today, whether we can perceive it or not, we have arrived in this holy place which is non-different from Goloka Dham. Many years ago, we brought our Divine Master back here to Hapaniya, the place of his advent. We had a purpose, as also did the residents of this village, and all wanted to have Guru Maharaj's company once again, since so many long years had passed since Srila Guru Maharaj left his family to accept the renounced order of life, sannyas, and went out to preach throughout the whole of India, after which Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur departed from this mortal world, and Guru Maharaj remained in Vrindavan, Gokula, and Sri Navadip Dham. His family members, especially his brothers, Sri Yukta Mani Babu and Sri Yukta Amar Babu tried their level best to bring Guru Maharaj back to his hometown, Hapania, but he had no desire to come here and never agreed to their proposal. Afterwards, on the request of Guru Maharaj's godbrothers, Param Pujyapad Srila Jajava Maharaj, Paramahansa Maharaj, Madhusudan Maharaj, etc., all the Vaishnavas who had much regard and affection for him, Guru Maharaj finally agreed to come here for a day or two. My underlying intention through all this was to locate the exact spot where Guru Maharaj took his birth. I thought that could be indicated only by him personally. No one else could do that because all were younger than him. He was the eldest remaining of all his family members of the village, and furthermore his memory was the sharpest of all. Therefore I considered that only he could accurately point out the place of his birth. When Jajava Maharaj and other godbrothers of Guru Maharaj and myself petitioned Guru Maharaj to come back here once, Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj also supported our proposal with great enthusiasm. He personally became most eager that Guru Maharaj should come. Our most revered Sri Yukta Mani Babu and Sri Yukta Amar Babu were most enthusiastic. Also Sri Yukta Satyan Babu, Sri Yukta Bon Babu, and many other distinguished brahmanas and pious souls of the village and their families, all showing great eagerness, young and old. Everyone, even one elderly Muslim gentleman who lived nearby, also expressed his heartfelt wish that Guru Maharaj might be brought back here once again. In this way everyone propitiated Guru Maharaj, and at last he agreed. When Srila Guru Maharaj reached here, I requested him to indicate the place of his birth. Srila Guru Maharaj happily agreed to do so, and the very spot directly before us where Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Radha Gopinath Ju now graciously preside, was indicated by him to be the exact place of his birth. On that day we collected 6,000 rupees for making a small place of worship here, to mark the spot. All the venerable godbrothers of Srila Guru Maharaj who were present also graciously gave me contributions. Then, at the request of Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, Jajava Maharaj and others, Mani Babu registered a deed and gave it to me for this place. Although it was a very small beginning, I was encouraged very much by the blessings and association of Guru Maharaj's brothers and my godbrothers. Sri Yukta Amar Babu took full charge of the project, and in a very humble way he tried to make a small temple only for the worship of Guru Maharaj's photograph. Originally there was no temple for the deity or any Nat Mandir. Gradually the devotees became more and more enthused to give contributions, and so after about 8 years I thought that with our Guru Maharaj's permission it would now be possible to build a temple here and install deities. Srila Guru Maharaj was also very happy to hear that I wanted to install deities here. He said, "I am sure that you will have no problem to engage a good priest, invite the Vaishnavas, and hold a grand festival for the installation of the deities. But after that, how will you feed your deities? It is not a matter of 1 or 2 years. It is an eternal service. So first you will have to try to manage for a permanent arrangement for the worship of the deities." By the blessings of Guru Maharaj and through the affection of my godbrothers, sufficient facility came to enable me to arrange regular offerings and worship for the deities. So, taking Guru Maharaj's instructions, with the guidance of his honourable godbrothers, we installed the deities of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Radha Gopinath Ju. Since then, we have held 4 grand festivals every year, and we continue the daily worship of the deities according to the scriptural regulations. Srila Guru Maharaj named the deities Radha Gopinath Ju. This name causes us to always remember Madhavendra Puripad. Madhavendra Puri received the profuse blessings and sweet rice prasadam from Gopinath Ju of Remuna. So Guru Maharaj said that since the deity had manifested himself here as Gopinath Ju, we must arrange very nice paramanna or sweet rice to offer to him every day. Gradually the temple and Nat Mandir has manifested by the blessings of Guru Maharaj and the affection of the devotees. Along with his family, Guru Maharaj's brother Shripad Amar Babu constantly serves this mat. Guru Maharaj named this mat Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Ashram, and up to the present it is running very happily and perfectly under the guidance of Amar Babu. As at Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat, all the spiritual functions are carried out every day, and devotees and villagers from far and wide come to see Gopinath Ju. Hundreds of villagers come for the festivals like Radhastami and Krishna Janmastami. On Janmastami they come for the worship of Gopinath Ju, and they observe fasting the whole day. The next day, for the great festival known as Nandotsav, 5,000 to 6,000 people attend this mat and happily take prasadam. They all cooperate with us very nicely. In this way the service of Gopinath Ju has become very glorious. We are also very happy because Srila Guru Maharaj's orders to make these service programs have become fulfilled. Today you have also seen the new land we have acquired and the pond, which we have named Shanti Sarovar. There we are now cultivating our own crops. Devotees of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat now visit here regularly, especially for the festivals of Gaura Purnima, Guru Puja and Janmastami, and they are very happy to see the service of Gopinath Ju and take his prasadam, and they feel transcendental ecstasy. Thus our service is always progressing with the kind assistance of the devotees. Today so many of you have again attended, and this year my program is a little different. Srila Guru Maharaj's form is transcendental, never mundane, and on the holy day of his advent we worship him in the same way as Lord Krishna or Mahaprabhu. Therefore, I thought that after his Appearance Day festival, which we observed yesterday in Nabadip, we should hold a festival here today for Guru Maharaj in the same way as Nandotsav, the festival held by Nanda Maharaj the day after Krishna's birth. Everything here is transcendental, and if we can have the vision to see this, we must be spiritually benefited. In this way, we are trying to fulfill the desire of the exalted Vaishnavas. The name of this village is Hapanya, which means sweet water. A place that produces sweet water is called Hapanya. Panya means that which is drinkable. Today we have drunk the water from the green coconuts here and experienced their sweetness. Because of these coconuts full of sweet water, this place has been called Hapanya. Another feeling also comes to me when I am in Hapanya as a child of this village. Perhaps in the past I was a resident of this village. I do not know why, but whenever I come here I feel myself to be a part of this village. Perhaps it is because of the affection of Guru Maharaj's family members. I first came here when I was 17 years old. At that time, Mani Babu, Amar Babu and their families were very affectionate to me and bestowed their blessings upon me. and Srila Guru Maharaj's sister, who now lives at Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat in Navadip. She accepted me as her son. With so many such things combined, I feel myself to be a boy of this village. Now I have been coming and going to and from this village for about 42 years. Srila Guru Maharaj himself was so very affectionate to me. He did not like me to be away from him for even a few hours. Sometimes when I would go to Calcutta, Guru Maharaj would send a godbrother by a shortcut on the cycle to the bridge to intercept me and call me back. "Call Govinda Maharaj back. I am not feeling well." This happened many times. Sometimes, even if there was very important work in Calcutta, he would send someone by cycle with the order, "Bring him back immediately." But whenever I had to come here to Hapania, Guru Maharaj would always very happily grant me permission. Even if he was not in very good health, his mood would change and he would become very pleased. He always encouraged me to come to Hapania. But so many times when I had to go to Calcutta, he would call me back. Therefore, I am very attached to Hapania Dham. After the manifestation of the deity, when I was about to go to Hapania, sometimes Guru Maharaj would ask, "Where are you going?" And I would reply, "I am going to my mat." Guru Maharaj would enjoy, and laughing he would say, "Oh, Hapania is your mat. All right, you may go." Srila Guru Maharaj's mood was very happy if I served the deity of Radha Gopinath Ju. This is why I have become more and more enthusiastic to serve the deity. Also many of my godbrothers, especially I can mention that Sripad Yudamanyu Seva Vikram Prabhu and Sripad Aravinda Lochan Seva Sundar Prabhu, are assisting me very much for the Hapania Seva. Many other godbrothers are also helping. Whenever the devotees hear that their contribution is utilized for Hapania, their hearts feel peaceful and happy. We enjoy here very freely. When I am in Calcutta, I have heavy responsibilities, and in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat also I am not worry-free. But in Hapania, I feel much peace at heart. I come here weekly or fortnightly. Although I do not stay very long, I appreciate being here. So now you have come to this very place, Hapania, where Srila Guru Maharaj manifested himself to the world, where all the trees, all the animals, all the men and women, everything is transcendental. Even all the vegetables are transcendental. But it is necessary to eat with a transcendental body. Otherwise, how can we digest? That day we came here with Srila Guru Maharaj, a humble meeting was held here in this very place. As shelter, only a tarpaulin was erected above our heads. We sat on the ground, and Guru Maharaj sat on a chair. He discussed various shlokas. At that time it was my greatest fortune to hear a special shloka from my Srila Guru Maharaj for the first time. Guru Maharaj wanted to inject our hearts with the feeling that we had come to the holy abode. Yat kincha trinagulma kikata mukhang goshte samastang hi tat sarvanda maye mukunda dayetang Lila Nukulang Param. He told us, quote, "Everything here is transcendental and very auspicious. If you can see in this way, you will be benefited. You will retrieve your transcendental life, and also you will attain the service of Srimati Radharani." End of quote. In this way, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, gave his blessings to us here on that day, and we always remember that. I have tried to speak a little of the glories of Guru Maharaj for his satisfaction, and I know that if I can see the meaning of his shloka, my prayer must reach its destination very easily. Now the offering is being made to the deities. After the Bhogarati, we shall happily take the prasadam of Radha Gopinath Ju, Giridhari Ju, and our Guru Maharaj. This is my desire and prayer. My obeisances to you all, the villagers, the sannyasis, brahmacharis, etc. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Varya Astotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Rokok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Tadya Avirbhav Bhumi Shri Pathapanya Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Gopinath Ju Ki Jai. Tadya Bhogarati Ki Jai. Jai Shripad Ananga Mohan Prabhu Ki Jai. Jaya Gauri Mata Devi Ki Jai. Jaya Shri Upendra Chandra Vidyaratna Ki Jai. Jaya Samaveta Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Bol. End of chapter 24 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Reading Affectionate Guidance, chapter 25, Caringly Educating. Question: who first started the Sri Gaudiya Darshan magazine and why? Srila Govinda Maharaj answers: in the time of Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj preached all over India. He was a very successful preacher and everyone respected him. By the wish of Krishna, when Srila Guru Maharaj came out from the Gaudiya mat, many of the senior devotees also came out at that time, and they started to preach. Srila Guru Maharaj did not join with them, but he helped them. In particular, he helped his godbrothers, such as Shripad Jajava Maharaj, Shripad Goswami Maharaj, and Shripad Keshava Maharaj. But finally, it was his wish to stay alone in this Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat. There is no doubt that his wish was always for preaching. He was always preaching Sriman Mahaprabhu's glories and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's glories, and everyone would come to hear from him and receive inspiration. They felt that it was Srila Prabhupada himself explaining to them about Krishna consciousness. When Srila Guru Maharaj started his preaching in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat, he lived in a hut. It was then his intention that he would preach to those who came to him, but he would no longer go out from the mat to preach. At that time, Srila Guru Maharaj showed us that his health was not so suitable for preaching, but his wish to preach was very strong. Srila Guru Maharaj received some inspiration that it was the desire of Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Sriman Mahaprabhu that this sampradaya would run through him. Many of the disciples of Srila Saraswati Thakur continued their preaching, but mostly it was the earnest desire of Srila Saraswati Thakur that the preceptorial line will run through our Srila Guru Maharaj. Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rokok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, also was looking for someone to continue that line. When Srila Guru Maharaj gave me the chance to stay at his lotus feet, he received some inspiration. Perhaps this boy can continue the preceptorial line. He therefore gave some nourishment to me. I was not so qualified. Actually, I was unqualified, but he tried to make me qualified. I joined in 1947, and presently I noticed that regular periodicals were being published from maybe 3 or 4 other mats. After 7 years, through affection and causeless mercy, I had some capacity to publish a magazine, and I also felt very much necessity for our own magazine. I felt that a monthly magazine for our preaching purpose would be very nice, so I approached Srila Guru Maharaj with this proposal. Srila Guru Maharaj was very enthusiastic, and I requested that he give an article each month. Also, I approached Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj, Sripad Jajava Maharaj, and others who were capable to contribute articles. At least in every issue, one article must be Srila Guru Maharaj's article, and one I can collect from Srila Saraswati Thakur's writings. And if Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj will give one article, then I will get at least 3 strong articles each month. And in this way the dignity of the paper must be higher than others' magazines. Srila Guru Maharaj was very enthusiastic and said, "This idea is very good. If you can continue, then try to do this." I then began. It is the teaching of Srila Guru Maharaj that we shall proceed under the guidance of Sri Guru Vaishnava, and it is my nature that I always keep the Vaishnavas upon my head. In this way I considered Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj to be highly qualified, and if he would take the editor's position, our magazine would receive universal appreciation. That is, we are living in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and this magazine is for Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, but our editor is from another mat. Thus everyone can see that our vision is that we are giving position to those who are really qualified. They will see that we have a broad view. Not only that, but we decided that we shall glorify other Vaishnavas' characters and give news of other Vaishnavas' preaching also. We did that. Furthermore, we published their activities with pictures. We tried to glorify the mission and character of all the God brothers who were very affectionately connected with Srila Guru Maharaj. In that way, our Sri Gaudiya Darshan had a broad international vision. Srila Guru Maharaj agreed and said to me, "If Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj will accept the position of editor, it will be very good. But you must put your name there as joint editor." Therefore, Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj and myself were joint editors. Srila Guru Maharaj was the founder Acharya, and Sripad Jajava Maharaj and Sripad Paramahansa Maharaj were advisors of the Sri Gaudiya Darshan. Srila Guru Maharaj, as far as possible, gave an article each month. Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj, Sripad Paramahansa Maharaj, and others also gave. Sri Gaudiya Darshan began as a monthly magazine. For the first few years the magazine was very strong and ran well, but lastly all the burden for the running of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat came upon my head. I was practically alone, and my time was very short. Therefore the magazine became a little weaker later. Also Srila Guru Maharaj showed his health to be less strong, and it was very difficult for him to give articles regularly, but we tried to continue. We always held a very neutral position. In the Sri Gaudiya Darshan, glorification to others connected throughout the whole Sampradaya was given where it was warranted. Also, guidelines were given when required. Everyone knew Srila Guru Maharaj was their guide, and they accepted his advice. In this way, Sri Gaudiya Darshan gained a high reputation. All the articles were either in Bengali or Sanskrit. Srila Guru Maharaj sometimes composed in Sanskrit, and especially at the beginning of each new year, Srila Guru Maharaj would generally compose some Sanskrit shlokas. Also, I must name one good compositor, Kapanaka Prabhu, who helped untiringly for hand-setting the type of the magazine. He was a disciple of Shripad Keshava Maharaj, but with Shripad Keshava Maharaj's permission, he was living with us. Then, like now, many devotees from other mats would come and stay with us from time to time. They were disciples of other Maharajas, but they would come in order to serve Srila Guru Maharaj. At first we printed the magazine from an outside commercial press, but after some time I felt the necessity to print from our own press. We then acquired a press and began publishing from it. It was larger than the machine we have here today. Kapanaka Prabhu finally took charge of our printing press. He greatly helped with the Sri Gaudiya Darshan, but gradually I became exhausted, and actually it was not possible to continue. After 14 years of monthly printing, we then printed it quarterly, and Kapanaka Prabhu helped then also. We did not stop printing altogether. We printed it as a quarterly publication for a further 3 years. Then finally we printed each year 1 or 2 special issues as souvenir editions, such as for Srila Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja and for Sri Gaura Purnima. Actually, the cause of our finally stopping the regular publications was for a very unhappy reason. Srila Guru Maharaj from time to time gave an article. One such article was entitled Sri Rathayatra Rupa Nuga Nuchintan. This explained what the followers of Srila Rupa Goswami will think about the Rathayatra. At that time the Mayapur Sri Chaitanya Mat started a Rathayatra, but that was very painful for Srila Guru Maharaj, because it was offensive to the Rupanuga Chinta Dhara. This is a very high Siddhanta. Mahaprabhu explained that the meaning of Rathayatra is that Srimati Radharani takes Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. But Mayapur is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna. So, from Mayapur, where are they taking Mahaprabhu? They cannot take Krishna out from Vrindavan, nor can they take Mahaprabhu out from Mayapur. This is the thinking of the Rupanuga followers, and this was explained in that article by Srila Guru Maharaj. However, I did not give Srila Guru Maharaj's name as the author, because we knew that some other parties may try to contradict this thinking. And if a conflict will come, I shall face that, but I shall not push Srila Guru Maharaj to the front of any conflict. If I put Srila Guru Maharaj's name and anyone will give any objection, that will be offensive for them. Therefore I put the name of one of my godbrothers. We wanted to show everyone what is the proper Siddhanta, but in the battlefield we shall not push our Guru to the forefront. I shall go out to the battlefield if necessary, but not that I will make my Guru go there. Then, from a completely different mat, some very ugly criticism and objection came to us through their magazine. In the next issue of our own magazine, we replied to their objections. I was given help with the answer by Sripad Damodar Maharaj, a godbrother of Srila Guru Maharaj. I did not directly appear in the battlefield, but I gave the front position in the name of Sripad Damodar Maharaj, and he also contributed to the reply. He was certainly a good writer, and on the grounds of the principle involved, we tried to fight. But in a very ugly way, objection again came from that other section, and it was published in their magazine. They insulted Srila Guru Maharaj directly. Always we had very respectfully given comment in our articles, but they responded with an arrogant personal attack to Srila Guru Maharaj. So I went and told them not to criticize in this ugly way. I explained to that party that the article wasn't even directed at them, but especially at the Mayapur mat. So why should they come forward and directly try to criticize Srila Guru Maharaj? Anyhow, they did not listen. They said bad things about my Guru, so they expected I would say bad things about theirs. But I could never do that. I tried to show that if anyone wants to criticize, they can, but in an honorable, respectful way, without losing humility. Especially in this case, the article is Srila Guru Maharaj's article, so must be treated in a respectable way. I told them this many times, but even after hearing from me that this article was from Srila Guru Maharaj, they again and again continued to criticize Srila Guru Maharaj in writing in their magazine. I could not give such type of insult to them in our magazine. I know many faults of their mat, but we cannot tell such things and make our Sri Gaudiya Darshan into a dustbin. Srila Guru Maharaj asked me what I would do, and I replied to him that I will stop the printing of the magazine rather than walk into the dirty realm of insults. Furthermore, I was exhausted. I wrote most of the articles, but put the author's name as Hari Charan Prabhu, Krishna Charan Prabhu, Krishna Mai Didi, Shankari Didi, etc. Sometimes they would write an article, but mostly I wrote the articles in their names and others' names, and I became exhausted. I was therefore already tired when this ugly criticism came, so when Srila Guru Maharaj asked me what I would do, I told him I would stop the publication. Srila Guru Maharaj asked them to stop sending their publication to our mat, and until today it is not coming here. Later I heard that the sannyasi involved came and apologized to Srila Guru Maharaj, but Srila Guru Maharaj expressed to him, I will not take offense myself because it is not for me, but for our sampradaya. It is an offense to Srila Rupa Goswami because it is his dhara that we are continuing, and Mahaprabhu instructed Srila Rupa Goswami not to take Krishna out from Vrindavan. Krishnere bahira nahi kareha vraja hoite, vraja chandi Krishna khabhu na yana kahante. From Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila 166. Srila Guru Maharaj explained to that sannyasi, so in Mayapur, where are they trying to take that Rath Yatra? My question is, where are they trying to take the Lord? We have no objection to them doing Mahaprabhu's Rath Yatra on another day. On a horse-drawn carriage, Mahaprabhu can travel anywhere. But the mood of Rath Yatra is of taking Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. Srila Guru Maharaj said to them that they criticized in writing in their magazine. Therefore, their apology must come in the same way, in writing in their magazine. Question. So in recent years, the Sri Gaudiya Darshan has been continuing as an occasional publication, but now you wish to have it restarted as a regular periodical. please tell us why you want it restarted and what articles you wish to be included. Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, Actually, we never completely stopped printing the Sri Gaudiya Darshan magazine. It was printed occasionally, and we have much regard for this title, Sri Gaudiya Darshan, as the paper of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. It is like our flag, therefore we cannot stop publishing it. It is alive. You will see that always we have tried to focus on some new light of Srila Guru Maharaj's conception. In the previous issues, as much as possible, we have done in this way. Within the last 12 years, many books have been published for our mat in English, Bengali, and many other languages. And there also the devotees can see Srila Guru Maharaj's conception. There is much to read in these books. Now, in particular, my wish for this Sri Gaudiya Darshan is to present topical subjects and news of all the devotees' activities here and abroad. For a long time, our preaching has been international. After Srila Swami Maharaj returned from his successful preaching in the West, Srila Guru Maharaj became very happy and enthusiastic, and he gave much respect to Srila Swami Maharaj. In Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, every day Srila Guru Maharaj preached, but he did not go out from the mat except perhaps 3 or 4 times yearly. He would go out on special occasions, such as to Sripad Madhava Maharaj's mat in Calcutta, where yearly they would hold 1 or 2 large week-long meetings. Sripad Madhava Maharaj would eagerly await Srila Guru Maharaj's presence at such meetings. Srila Guru Maharaj would go there every year. In addition, Srila Guru Maharaj would go to the Appearance Day meeting of Sripad Goswami Maharaj at Sri Gaudiya Sangha, 23 Doctors Lane, Calcutta. Mainly it was only to Sripad Madhava Maharaj's mat and Sripad Goswami Maharaj's mat that Srila Guru Maharaj would go to for preaching. But always he preached from his room upstairs in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. Srila Guru Maharaj was a very enthusiastic preacher, and many devotees had the opportunity to see how enthusiastic he was. Up until 1987, Srila Guru Maharaj continuously preached here, and his preaching continued, though not as fully as before, until a few months before his disappearance in August 1988. Actually, during the whole day, Srila Guru Maharaj would preach, but seated at one time he would often preach for 2 or 3 hours. The preaching tendency of Srila Guru Maharaj was of a very unique type. In March 1986, during his lifetime, Srila Guru Maharaj gave me the full charge of this mat as Acharya, and we continued to produce publications. From abroad, we also received publications for our mat, such as those from Sripad Bhakti Sudhir Goswami Maharaj and others. We continued to publish Sri Gaudiya Darshan at least yearly, and after Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance, regular periodicals began from several of our branch missions, including London, South Africa, Australia, and America. I was very enthusiastic to see the arrival of all these English magazines. We are disciples of Srila Guru Maharaj, therefore we are very much enthusiastic to publish books and magazines in order to preach his message and glories. You can see that our preaching tendency is continuously proceeding. So when from the Western world 5 or 6 periodicals became manifest, naturally our feelings came that why is this not also possible from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat? The only cause was a lack of manpower. But if we can publish, then the mission all over the world will receive some guidelines. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat is the parent mat of all the mats in our society, and for their guideline it is very good if again we can publish regularly the Sri Gaudiya Darshan. This is what is in the heart of us all here. We are all enthusiastic to again publish Sri Gaudiya Darshan, because it will be in honor of Srila Guru Maharaj. So automatically remembrance of Srila Guru Maharaj will come. In particular, it is my intention that Sri Gaudiya Darshan will be a vehicle to keep devotees around the world connected together. They will get to know what each other are doing, and especially they will hear from this central mat, the central source of guidance of Srila Guru Maharaj for us all. This is one form of association for the devotees through which everyone everywhere may feel some energy and enthusiasm in their spiritual service journey to their transcendental destination. It is very good if we can make this magazine, but I am getting older day by day. Therefore a new generation must take charge. If it is possible to make this periodical, it must give pleasure to the heart of Srila Guru Maharaj, and I must be very happy. If this Sri Gaudiya Darshan will come out in the Bengali language, it will especially give nourishment to the Bengali section of devotees, and this is my eager desire. In English it is very good, and it will be more widespread if we can publish it in Bengali also, so our local devotees will gain more nourishment. At first Sri Gaudiya Darshan was in the Bengali language, and at that time I did not know English. Question: do you have any message for the devotees? Srila Govinda Maharaj: always we are messengers of Srila Guru Maharaj and Mahaprabhu. Our message is one always, that is, practice Krishna consciousness without offense to Guru and Vaishnava. Smatavyaha satatang Vishnur vismatavyo na jatu chit sarve vidhi nishedha syur etayor eva kinkaraha. This is from Padma Purana, and it gives one ruling and one prohibition. Always remember the Lord and never forget Him. All rules and regulations are under this guideline. If I see anyone doing even a little seva, my feelings towards him come as though I am a slave of him. That is my feeling. But in my life I have also seen many wrong things, therefore I am always a little cautious. I have been cheated in many ways, but my nature is still that if anyone will do even a little seva, I give my full support to him. In that way I am always trying to continue my seva. Where there is no life, there is no seva. That is, quote-unquote, dead seva. It is karma. It is not for our fame that we are trying to publish Sri Gaudiya Darshan. Our intention is that this Sri Gaudiya Darshan will give happiness to our Sri Guru Varga, as well as nourishment to the newcomers and other Vaishnavas. When a mission is big, a periodical newsletter is necessary from the headquarters of the mission. But I cannot do everything alone. Also, I am getting old. I cannot promise, but anyhow I shall try to give one article for each edition. Preaching is our life, and through preaching we can practice Krishna consciousness very happily. Mahaprabhu gave congregational chanting as the best policy. Now you try hard, and if you can continue, it will be very pleasing to our Guru Varga, I have no doubt. We want to do something good for our friends and the newcomers. Whoever will get some faith through this magazine, he must be benefited, and we must receive the blessings of our Guru Varga that we are doing something good for others. Mahaprabhu said, Bharata bhumite hoila manushya janma yara, janma sataka kori kara para upakara. Quote, one who has taken his birth in India as a human should make his life successful and work for the benefit of others. Close quote. So, this is really a good attempt to do good for others through this magazine. Sri Gaudiya Darshan is blessed by Srila Guru Maharaj and blessed by all other exalted devotees like Srila Swami Maharaj. You have seen his letter expressing how much he was very pleased with me to see Sri Gaudiya Darshan. Also Shripad Sakhi Charan Roy Bhakti Vijay Prabhu, one of the best devotees of Srila Saraswati Thakur, was very pleased and sent a letter expressing this. Letters came from every corner, but it was perhaps my fault that I did not publish them all in Sri Gaudiya Darshan. In one way it was necessary to publish all the letters that were giving praise to the magazine, but if I felt there was any praise to myself, I did not publish such material. But where there was praise to Srila Guru Maharaj, I published that. From so many quarters, many praised me. Oh, now Govinda Maharaj is doing this. Govinda Maharaj has started Sri Gaudiya Darshan. But it was impossible by me to publish that. With what we have, we shall continue happily. And with this Sri Gaudiya Darshan, it is my hope that really we can succeed in giving happiness to Srila Guru Maharaj and our Sri Guru Varga, as well as nourishment to the newcomers and other Vaishnavas. By the cooperation of all the devotees, I think it must be possible. End of chapter 25 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Chapter 26. Address to the Assembled Devotees by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj on the occasion of his first world tour, London Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, 20th of July 1992. When we write a letter, we always begin, All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Actually, this is the fact. All glory and all fame are to be given to Sri Gurudev and Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They are the real proprietors of that. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur has written, Vaishnavi Pratishta Tate Koro Nishtha. Actually, I am the servitor of the servitor of the servitor of the Vaishnavas. That is my real identity. Mahaprabhu said, Nahang vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishyo na sudro. Nahang varni nacha griha patir no vanasto yatir va. Kinto prodyan nikhila paramananda purnamritabd her gopi bhartu pada kamalayo dasa dasanudashaha. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 1380. Our real identification is this. We are not American, Indian, British or German. Although we have this human body, it is not really ours. We have this body for the time being, but within the body is our real form, and that form is Krishna Dasa, servant of Krishna. The scriptures confirm that direct service to Sri Krishna is only possible for his dearmost intimate devotees. The Rupanuga Sampradaya has shown that the supreme servitor and the supreme potency of Sri Krishna is Srimati Radharani, and she is our topmost guide and guardian. If we adopt this line of thought, then our identity is very nice. Mahaprabhu has shown that we are the servitors of the servitors of the servitors of the servitors of Sri Krishna. Krishna has many forms. Krishna in Dwarka, Krishna in Mathura, Krishna in Vrindavan, and so on. And we are servitors specifically of that Vrindavan Krishna who gives protection and nourishment, who gives service to the gopis, who is the maintainer of the gopis and of Govardhan Hill. We are the servants of the servants of the servants of the servants of that Krishna, and that is our true identity. So all honor is to go to the higher servitor. When we honor someone, if that person is a Vaishnava, then he will immediately send that to his Guru. Srila Guru Maharaj would often say this Bengali phrase, Guru Gana Shire Punna Shobha Paya Shataguna. Whatever respect comes to you, if you do not try to digest that, but immediately if you send that to your Guru, then you will be benefited, and not only you, but the person who is honoring you, they will also be benefited. This principle is true in all circumstances. If I collect some money and use that money for the service of Sri Gurudev, then no illusion and no burden will come to me. It won't bring any reaction from this plane. And this is the line of thought that the scriptures reveal to us. Today's function has given me this inspiration. You are all the Vaibhava of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and all your honor is going to him. I can say that Srila Guru Maharaj has given me the charge of his mission for the maintenance of his devotees' spiritual lives. But really I am only a carrier. Srila Guru Maharaj told me, you look after the devotees and my deities, and you look after my mission. This is my Tridanda Sannyas. That is, I will serve his devotees, I will serve his deities, and I will serve his mission. And you all are my wealth, of this I have no doubt. I am receiving much energy from the devotees, and like a solar battery, whatever light I have, I am using that for the service of Srila Guru Maharaj. In this way I am benefited, and you are also benefited. It was the desire of Srila Guru Maharaj that if he can do anything, then first he will do something in London for the satisfaction of his Guru Maharaj. When Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur saw that his other preachers had actually failed to preach successfully in the West, he was very sad, and he requested Srila Guru Maharaj, if I send you to London for preaching, will you go there? Srila Guru Maharaj replied, yes, if it is your order, then I must carry that out. But I think that perhaps I am not the fittest person for that service. I do not understand the manner of the English people, and I do not know what is the proper courtesy there. I am a Brahmana boy, and I do not know how to mix with them. If you wish, I will go, but I think it would be better for your preaching to send a Prakrita Prabhu, Sripad Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada thought, yes, what Sridhar Maharaj says is true. He is not accustomed to take prasadam with them lectures, but a Prakrita Prabhu can do that without any difficulty, and it will be necessary to show them that we do not consider them to be less than us. One of the senior godbrothers at that time asked Srila Guru Maharaj, do you know why Srila Prabhupada wants you to go to London? Srila Guru Maharaj replied, yes, I can guess his reason. So far, anyone he has sent to the West, they have returned as a Sahib, a Western gentleman. But Srila Prabhupada is thinking that will not happen in my case. And that devotee confirmed, yes, certainly you will uphold the dress of sannyas and our mission there. And this is what Prabhupada needs. You will not be converted. Srila Guru Maharaj said, if Prabhupada wants to send me, then I must go. Whether to Svarga or Nara, heaven or hell, wherever it may be, I will go there. I have no problem. But what will be more fruitful for his mission, that is most important. And for this service, Aprakrita Prabhu is more qualified than I. Aprakrita Prabhu was sent. These were the outward events, but actually it was not fully the desire of Srila Prabhupada that Srila Guru Maharaj would leave India at that time. Guru Maharaj's intelligence was very fine, and he could understand that Srila Prabhupada would soon pass away from this world. And Srila Guru Maharaj knew that if he were present at that time, then that would be more happy for Srila Prabhupada. And so it was that at the time of his passing, Srila Prabhupada called Srila Guru Maharaj and gave charge of his sampradaya. At that time his sampradaya was very wide, with 64 mats in India, and his preaching already expanding into the West. His vision, like that of Srila Swami Maharaj, was very broad. Once Srila Prabhupada wanted to make a student hostel in London. His idea was that both Indian and Western students would stay there while they were engaged in their studies, and we would try to bring them into the line of Krishna consciousness. He said that if necessary, then we will supply them with food from the hotel, and that means meat, etc. Hearing this, Guru Maharaj objected. If we supply this kind of food to the students, then the prestige of the mission will be lost. Prabhupada replied angrily, I contemplated this question 1,000 births ago. Vaikuntha vritti korite hobe. We must live in Vaikuntha, not in this material world. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kunta Yasmat, where there are no restrictions, where nothing bad can exist, where everything is auspicious. We must direct our consciousness in that direction. We want to do good for others, and whatever is necessary, we shall use that. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada also had this mood. Srila Swami Maharaj told me that when he first came to America, having no money, he stayed with a gentleman who had become his friend. This gentleman did not prepare his own food, but he would buy it from the local shop. Prabhupada, on the other hand, would prepare chapati and sabji for himself, and would happily take that. His friend asked him to also make some for him, and in exchange he offered to purchase the ingredients, and so Prabhupada would cook for him with his own hand. Srila Swami Maharaj would keep his food in one area of his friend's fridge, and his friend would keep his food, meat, etc., in another part of that same fridge. When I heard this, I thought it must have been intolerable, and I asked him, "You would still eat your food?" And he replied, "What shall I do? I had no other way. I simply considered that Krishna is giving me this food, and in this way I am eating." This was the type of broad mind of Prabhupada A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and through that he received much blessing and mercy from Nityananda Prabhu, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and from Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur. Otherwise, how is it possible that one man from India could spread the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra all over the world? And when he returned to India, nobody could believe what he had done, and sadly nobody wanted to give reception to him. So Srila Swami Maharaj wrote to me. He said, "Govinda Maharaj, I know you have no money, but can you give some shelter at your mat?" And I asked Guru Maharaj, and he said, "What? Nobody is enthusiastic to receive him. You write to him and say that he is always welcome here, and we shall try to give as good a reception as we are able." I met them at the train station, and with some Sankirtan I took them to our mat. Srila Swami Maharaj stayed in the Blue House for 1 month with 2 devotees, Achyutananda and Ramanuja Prabhus, and every day they met with Guru Maharaj. It was my good fortune that I was able to arrange a citizen's reception. On the order of Srila Guru Maharaj, all the prominent citizens of Navadip gave reception to Srila Swami Maharaj. At first they also did not want to attend the meeting, thinking, "Oh, he has gone to Mlecha Desh, the countries of the Mlechas, the barbarous cow-killers, so we shall not give any reception." Then Srila Guru Maharaj told me, "You go and tell them, Sridhar Maharaj will go to that meeting, and Sridhar Maharaj, he is giving that reception." Then what will they say? I want to know. Then when I went to Navadip Sanskrit College, which was full of many big pandits, and told them, they said, "Oh, if Sridhar Maharaj is going there, then we will definitely also attend." Actually, Srila Guru Maharaj could not attend, as he was very sick at that time. But many great Brahmana scholars attended that meeting, along with many renowned Goswamis. So, broad vision is needed, and through that one can preach very easily. But what was done by Srila Swami Maharaj, that is a miracle. Srila Guru Maharaj said, "It is a miracle, and we are glad, we are happy, and we are proud." And hearing this, some of Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers were perplexed. How Sridhar Maharaj is giving this kind of honor? And Guru Maharaj told them, "It is respect to our Guru Maharaj. He wanted this, and Swami Maharaj, he fulfilled his desire. Then whatever we offer to Swami Maharaj, that will immediately go to our Guru Maharaj, and Prabhupada will be happy." And today, when I see your chanting and dancing here in London, I am thinking if Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur was present here, of course he is present in another form, but if physically he were present here, then his full blessings he would give to you all. I have no doubt. At the turn of the last century, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur predicted that very soon the intelligent men and women from all parts of the world will come to Navadip to inquire where is the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they will chant his glories and take the name of Sri Satchinandana. They will cry with his name and dance, mixing with the devotees of India. And today this has come true by the mercy of Srila Swami Maharaj. When he came here, he had no friends. A few people helped him sometimes, and he is trying to spread Krishna consciousness. He was successful, and not only that, he blasted the Western materialistic culture and made many friends, and through that I have come here. When I came, I have thousands of friends, but when he came, he was alone, one man. But within was Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the blessings of his Guru Maharaj, and the well-wishes of Srila Guru Maharaj, and a few other disciples of Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur. Now on my tour I have received much honor and grand reception, and I am thinking this is all the blessings of Srila Swami Maharaj. And here I am seeing the devotees of London dancing and chanting, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. And where I am, I cannot understand. Is it Goloka Vrindavan or Navadip? This is a miracle. This miracle has happened, and I think if it is possible, in the future it will grow more and more. Many devotees of Mahaprabhu, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Swami Maharaj are living and trying to preach Krishna consciousness, and through them in the future a glorious preaching movement will be seen. Always we will see that in one wave not everything can be accomplished. Sometimes a very strong wave may come, and some of the troubles in its path will be carried away, but always some will remain standing. But again and again a wave will come, and they will be carried away, and then they will get their real nourishment from that wave. When the flood comes to Navadip, we see that all the trees die. But the flood does not just kill trees, it also provides much fertilizer for the earth, so that within a very short time new growth appears, and soon you cannot see the damage the flood caused. So everything is possible by the will of Krishna, and it was the earnest desire of Srila Guru Maharaj that he will do some service in London. Many times he told us, "My Guru Maharaj wanted to send me to London. Now all the devotees of the Western world are coming to me, but still I feel some deficiency in my service, and if I can do some seva in London, I will feel fulfilled." The devotees wholeheartedly tried to establish that temple at 49 Dinsdale Road, and it happened. That property was bought. But Krishna's will went the other way, and that place was stolen by Krishna. He wants to give us more chance for service. Again you try to make another temple for me. I am seeing in this way, he does not want us to be lazy. Once you have done, no doubt, but again you try to serve. Krishna wants to give everyone this inspiration that once again your service has come to you, and you try to do that. My feeling is that direct service is wanted from us, and I think very soon the temple will appear again. It has appeared, but now it is in the form of a rented house. But I think that Guru Gauranga Radha Shyama Sundar must be in their own house. If Shyama Sundar wants to take our service, then it can happen very quickly. Anyhow, our preaching program must continue. What has been initiated in London, that must not stop. That is my prayer to Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Guru Maharaj and his devotees. You please try to continue it, and through this service we can get everything. Etat sarvang gorau bhaktya purusho hyanjasa jayet. Srimad Bhagavatam 7:15-25. If we know something of the scriptures, then we can understand that through the service of Guru Maharaj and the Vaishnavas, we will get everything, ecstasy, nectar, love, beauty, in the transcendental service world, and that is our life's goal. Sandhya Vandana Bhadram Astu Bhavato Bhosnana Tubhyang Namo Bho Devaha Pitarascha Tarpana Vidhau Nahang Kshamaha Kshamyatam Yatrakvapi Nishadya Yadava Kulotangshaya Kangsha Dvishaha Smarang Smaram Aghang Harami Tad Alang Manye Kim Anyena Me. By Srila Madhavendra Puri. Sandhya, Vandanam, Snana, Puja, Archan, that is, morning, noon and evening prayers, reciting of formal prayers, ritual ablution, formal worship, and ritualistic worship of the deity in the temple. All are in the line of vidhi, calculative devotion. But we are followers of Raga Marga, and Guru Maharaj is our preceptor and guardian of devotion. We have no problem. We may stay anywhere, but we must not forget our life, and that is the service life. Service is life. Preaching, that is also service. Eating, that can be service. Sleeping, that can be service. I am not telling you thereby to sleep always, but for what purpose am I sleeping? After sleeping, we will feel much energy, and that is for serving Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Today I was talking up to 4 o'clock, and talking so much that a fever came. Then I took some rest, and after awakening I am feeling very nice again, and now I am talking with you. So sleeping can also be service. Everything can be transformed into service. Karma and Bhakti. Outwardly they are not different. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said in Sri Brahma Samhita that outwardly karma and Bhakti appear to hold the same position. But when karma is in the line of devotion and in the line of Vedic instruction, that is Karma Mishra Bhakti, and that will lead us to Jnana Mishra Bhakti, and that can give us Yoga Mishra Bhakti. However, all these have the touch of the mundane world, but our line is the line of pure devotion to Krishna. That is, to first offer our everything to Krishna, and only then will we do Ananya Bhajan. Then everything is going to Krishna, good or bad, and we have no problem. We can live anywhere and do anything, as long as we do not forget our inner duty, and then no reaction of this world will come to us. Everything belongs to Krishna, and everything goes to Krishna, and this is the teaching of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Swami Maharaj. Offense to the Vaishnavas is the only bad thing for us. If we can take care of this consciousness, then we will have no problem, and we will be able to do anything and everything for the service of Krishna. That is true. Once a great sadhu of South India was ordered by Sri Ranganath, "You make my temple." By his order, that sadhu went to the kings. At that time there were many kings in India, and he petitioned them, "Sri Ranganath has ordered that I build a temple within 7 compound walls where he will reside. If you help me, I will be very happy, and you will be greatly benefited." But none of the kings would give him help, and so he was dejected, sitting under a tree thinking, "What shall I do now? It is the order of Ranganath, but I have no capacity to do this seva." It was then that some men came to him. He preached to them, and they were convinced, and said to him, "Prabhu, we can build your temple." Each of them had a special ability. One could convince others to do his will just by speaking to them. Another could open any lock, and another could immobilize anyone just by touching them. Using their powers, they resolved to plunder the treasuries of the kings, and if you see this temple of Sri Ranganath, you will see their grand success. They are from the Sri Sampradaya, and that is a very heavy Sampradaya. They are the followers of Vidhi Marga, very strict rules and regulations. But by the order of Ranganathji, they can do anything and everything. That type of Raga Bhakti came to them. After that, very grand seva was established there, but this was the way in which the temple of Sri Ranganath manifested in the world. Our creed is Raga Bhakti. We live for that. Yena tena prakarena manaha Krishne niveshayet. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-2-4. With all our effort we shall try to serve Guru Vaishnava, and that is the teaching of our Master. But our Master does not say, do robbery. We have other methods of attempt, and through those we shall serve as much as possible. I think the temple will come, someone will come forward by the will of Krishna. And the charge of the savour of that temple will come to us, and we shall not forget that. If we try in this way, it will come very quickly. I have received much good response from the Western world. I have only come to meet with my friends and family, actually, but I am a sannyasi, and preaching always follows me. During this tour I have been staying in various places, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 4 days, and sometimes only 1 day. But wherever I have been, I have received much good response. Just this morning I received a fax from San Jose, and there the devotees wanted to buy some land. I asked them to try again to establish our mat there, and already they are engaged in this task. And I think our London mat must also come very quickly by the grace of Srila Guru Maharaj. I am seeing the enthusiasm of you all, my friends, my godbrothers, my worshipable devotees, and I have no doubts in this regard. Krishna wants direct service from us, then why should we be misers to give that? We are holding the ego that I am devoted to Krishna. Then now we must show that. Krishna has given us all some ability or some facility, and we are holding that. Everyone has some capacity, and through that capacity we can all do something. Now the cause has come, and we are all together. We must think. Srila Guru Maharaj has left us much wealth in his books, and we are publishing many more. It is no joking matter. At one time Srila Keshava Maharaj told me, Govinda Maharaj, if you can publish 12 books, then I will put your name on the publishers' list, and you will receive much help and facility from the government. Then we had only published 8 books, but I told Keshava Maharaj that I would try to publish another 4. Although it was very difficult and we only had little money, I managed to do it. Now we have published over 60 books from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, but still to this day I have not approached the government. I will not even give one of our books for review. It is my thinking that, who are they to review Guru Maharaj's books? They have no capacity. I do not want their certificate for Guru Maharaj, so I have not given even one book for review. If they will say that there is anything wrong with that book, I cannot tolerate it. They have no right to review Srila Guru Maharaj's book. Since I have come to the West, many newspapers from around the world have given good reports about our world tour. Only this morning I received a clipping from an Australian newspaper. The article was called, Ganges Comes to Australia. We are not looking for their praise, but still it is coming. Actually, we know that they have no right to give certificate to us. We are reading with Lord Brahma and with Lord Shiva in the same class. Guru Maharaj told us this. Once when he was a very young boy, Haricharan Prabhu was studying Sanskrit with me. We had both passed some examination, and Haricharan Prabhu told me that he wanted to continue his studies at college. He told me, I will return to my family home, and after I graduate from college, I will come back to the mat. I was very sad. At that time, we were only 3 or 4 brahmacharis. So I went to Guru Maharaj and told him, Maharaj, Haricharan Prabhu wants to return to his home for studying, and when he has graduated, he will come back to the mat. Srila Guru Maharaj called Haricharan Prabhu and said, You are very foolish. Do you not know what you are studying here? You have been living here with me and other Vaishnavas for 2 years, but you have not got any good feelings for that? Haricharan was thinking, What is it that Guru Maharaj wants to say? And Guru Maharaj continued, Do you know where you are living? You are living in the same college with Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Shukadev, with Vyasadev, and with many of the stalwart rishis. You are studying in the same class as them. So what more will you get if you go back to your house? And Guru Maharaj expanded on this point with many explanations, and Haricharan Prabhu never returned to his family home. So we are all studying in the same class with Lord Brahma, Narad and Lord Shiva. And if we try to realize that, then we will get much strength, and we must proceed more exclusively in the line of Krishna consciousness, and together help each other. Congregational chanting will give us more benefit, but if we look at each other with an eye to find wrong, then that possibility will go far away from us. So we must not make offense to each other. And ego, that is a very bad thing. So we must leave the ego. The ego is with everybody. No one can say that they have no ego. But we must leave aside the mundane ego and keep only one ego, and that is, I am the servant of the Vaishnavas. This is the main conception needed for the conditioned soul. Vaishnavi patashta tate koronishta. Srila Saraswati Thakur has written this in his poem, Who is a Vaishnava? He wrote, quote, When your ego will grow to embrace the ideal that you are the servitor of a Vaishnava, you try and hold that within your heart. Close quote. I am very happy and feeling much peace in my heart that all my godbrothers and godsisters and all my friends, they are very enthusiastic to chant congregationally with me. And that inspiration is coming more and more, and it is very hopeful, no doubt. And if you will continue this, I can come again and again, no problem at all. Before it was not my plan, but I was invited by the devotees, and now I am thinking not only India, not only Puri, Navadip and Vrindavan, but with the association of the devotees I will preach something in the West also. If Krishna and Guru Maharaj will give me that chance again, then why should I not take it? I shall try to serve the devotees. Preaching is our life, and Guru Maharaj has given that life to me, and I am trying as much as possible. End of chapter 26 of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Affectionate Guidance, Section 4, Chapter 27, Excerpts from Letters. Our material life's root is existing within misconception, and through misconception we are now suffering in this material world within the wave of birth and death. Actually, everyone's spiritual form as Atma is very clean, and in that clean position his only duty is to serve in the transcendental service world to his dearmost Lord Krishna. And there the service duties exist in varieties of ways. By the grace of Hladini Shakti, and through his earnest clean desire, he gets a specific service as appropriate for his devotional mood. That service comes within 5 forms of relationship with his dear most beloved Lord. That is the real and normal position and service duty. Through that dutiful mood, his eternal caste and creed automatically manifests within him. Actually, all the healthy jiva souls are existing within that transcendental devotional service plane, whereas the jiva souls here are living within the society of misconception and need to take the opportunity to render some service to Guru Gauranga. Attachment to Krishna cannot grow automatically within us, and no one who is bound within misconception can give it to us. Then your activities must be for increasing your mood of devotion, and to do that you must follow the 9 kinds of devotional processes, Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. And also try to engage your self and mind for the satisfaction of the Vaishnavas. The nature of the mundane world is taking birth, suffering in so many ways, death. Birth, suffering and death, repeatedly. It is only possible to leave this misconception by getting the good devotee's merciful connection, and through that electricity we will get our real, beneficial, exalted service life. This is the main thing, and all scriptures show this. What more can I say? The Srimad Bhagavatam said that we cannot be successful through our own endeavour. It is only possible through the sadhu's grace and the grace of Sri Gurudev. For that purpose, and by the Lord's grace, he appears in the form of a sadhu guru for uplifting the conditioned souls. For the Lord's connection, we will connect with his agent in the form of sadhu and guru. Here, all the duties, like the river's flow, must be directed to flow into the ocean of ecstasy to Krishna. This is the main thing. Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu gave Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatarham Upayunjataha Nirbandaha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktang Vairagyam Uchyate. From the Purva Vibhaga 2.125 of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Try to detach yourself from mundane affairs and material necessities. Living within this mundane environment, some necessities and requirements will come. Take them in a harmonizing way for the peace and maintenance of your body and mind. To become detached, try to see everything in relation to Krishna and use everything for his service. Make the focus of all activities service to Sri Krishna. That is sadhana. Again my blessings with well wishes to you, and Dandavat pranams and well wishes as appropriate to all the devotees in your association. That's the end of the first excerpt from letters, and the next one is also fairly long. The next excerpt. My dear devotees, please accept my humble Dandavat pranams in remembrance of my divine masters, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Swami Maharaj. I received your phone call and faxes. Fortunately, I have got the opportunity with my friends like Sripad Sagar Maharaj to preach Krishna consciousness in Brazil by the grace of the devotees there, especially your graces. I think you are all qualified, mature devotees in Krishna consciousness. When it is you who are recommending someone for initiation, how can I think that they do not know the rules and regulations? For me, it is impossible to think that one who comes to receive initiation does not know about the 4 directives and the rules and regulations of Krishna consciousness. I am thinking that they must all know the primary rules and regulations. Srimad Bhagavatam has stated that by following the directives, one will be pious. Otherwise, if one is engaged in sinful activities, how can he get the connection with and the practice of Krishna consciousness? It is a very simple matter. Before eating, it is necessary to wash our hands, wash the plate, take clean water, and then respectfully take prasadam. Everywhere there is a natural process of rules and regulations. The 4 regulations are the basic foundation for everyone. These regulations are like learning the alphabet. Without learning the alphabet, it is not possible to read any book. Now, when the position you mention has come within our society, I must say it clearly that when anyone wants to practice Krishna consciousness, he must formally or practically try to make himself a pious person. But piety must be disturbed if one will not follow the 4 regulative principles. What do we want? We don't want anything mundane like wealth, women and fame. Our greatest enemy is fame. Therefore Srila Saraswati Thakur said it was comparable with pig's stool. Perhaps for the time being they cannot leave the habit, but why should my friends eat that pig stool 24 hours daily? If we have no sincerity in our practicing life, we cannot get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Anyway, with full affection and humility, you must tell my friends that this is our healthy principle. On rare occasions we may see a Paramahansa Vaishnava breaking the rules, like Srila Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj. But that is not our ideal and should never be imitated. When we are forming a society or anything, that is only as eyewash to satisfy the mundane requirements. But what is the value of a nose without breath? Our life force is the mood of devotion to Krishna, and that will increase with the association of and service to the devotee. No doubt there is a gradation, but that is because we are unqualified and we must follow according to junior and senior positions. On the whole, we must not forget that we are practitioners as students. The first requirement of practicing Krishna consciousness is to serve and satisfy the Vaishnava. If we only sing Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara Edase Karuna Kori day and night without following that, then the fruit will not come to our hand. When we cannot help ourselves, how can we help others? So it is my request to my friends that they try to follow this principal directive. The scriptures have said, Sadhu Sange Krishna Nama E Matra Chai Sangsara Jinite Ara Konno Vastu Nai. Service to Guru and Vaishnava without offense, and service to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offense, are one and the same thing. So whatever we do, we must not be offenders to Harinam and the Vaishnavas. And we can get this qualification through humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others. If we are sincere and sacrifice ourselves, we must follow these directives of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Mundane ego can destroy everything, so we must first try to leave our ego and fully surrender to Guru and Vaishnava. It is my request, my faithful friends, that what will be practically suitable for our preaching mission there, you try to do that happily together. It is my desire that everyone will come under one umbrella and happily give nourishment to each other and serve the devotee, the deity, and our mission. From far, what can I say more? End of an excerpt from a letter and a new excerpt from a letter. Really, religion of the Jiva souls is one. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna said, Mayado brahmane prokta dharmo yasyang mad atmakaha. Sriman Mahaprabhu said more clearly, Jivera svarupahaya krishnera nityadas. There is no doubt that all the demigods or gods' power is coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and He is Sri Krishna. After realization in every way and all directions, it is firmly concluded in all scriptures and supremely in Srimad Bhagavatam that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Sri Krishna. Our only aim and object is Krishna Prema, divine love for Krishna. And this is also concluded in all the scriptures. Now it is very clear by the causeless mercy of Sriman Mahaprabhu and later on by their divine graces Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rokkok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj and Om Vishnupad Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. We are very insignificant and no doubt extremely fallen souls. Before also it was so unfortunate, but now it is not. Actually, the door of our fortune was opened for us by their divine grace's causeless mercy. We don't always get such a chance. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see this shloka. Nrideham adyang sulabhang sudolabhang pravang sukalpang guru kanadharam mayanukulyena nabhasvateritang puman bhavabdhing nataret sa atma ha. Sriman Mahaprabhu is the non-different form of the divine couple. He appears as a giver of the supreme goal of life and himself has taken the form of a practitioner. He showed his divine preacher's form in a very sweet and simple way. Therefore, we are relieved from all anxieties. Now our only duty is to perfectly follow under the guidance of his associates. The way is very simple. Nacho gao bhakta sange karak sankirtan akanta karya kara prasada bhakshana. The clue to the practitioner's success is contained within this verse. The only necessity is sambandha gyan, which means to know our divine relationship and natural duty in connection with the Lord. That is our Svarupa Sampad. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Atmara Ananda Prasravana, the fountain of ecstasy for the Jiva soul. A very easy way to practice Krishna consciousness was given by Sriman Mahaprabhu and later by his divine associates in this age. We only need to have clear faith and avoid Vaishnava aparad. How sweet the way of practice! That is, dance and sing with the devotees, chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and take Mahaprasadam. And Sharira Avidya Jal Jodendriya Tahe Kao Jive Pele Vishaya Shagore Tar Madhe Jivayati Lobhamoy Sudurmati Take Jeta Katina Sangsare Krishna Bara Doyamoy Koribare Jiva Joy Swaprasad Anna Dila Bhai Sayanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagao Premidhako Chaitanya Nitai. Through that you can get your elixir of life, and it will easily spread to others through your sincere activities, and they will be extremely benefited as you are. Reading your whole letter, I have also got much enthusiasm. I have no doubt about your grace that if you will try sincerely, you can do something for the greatest auspiciousness of all. To practice Krishna consciousness is a very nice process. Who will practice must be benefited, and through his practicing, others also must be beneficiaries. Our lifetime is very short, and we do not always get such an opportunity. Then what one wants to do immediately. This is the advice of the scriptures. So please realize all these things and do the needful. That's the end of a further excerpt from a letter. This following one is an extensive excerpt from a letter. Please accept my blessings in remembrance of my Divine Master. I am happy to receive your letter with news of the devotees and Srila Guru Maharaj's divine mission in Malaysia. I am always remembering you and all the devotees there, and I am praying to Srila Guru Maharaj that he look after you all. After hearing carefully all your news, I am now giving answer to your questions one by one. A. Srimad Bhagavad Gita manifest originally in Mahabharata on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself gave us this ecstasy to the faithful, fortunate Jiva souls for their super benefit of transcendental body strength and service. One shloka you will see in the Gita Mahatmya invocation is Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Pato Vatsaha Sudhir Bhakta Dugdhang Gitamritang Mahat. Very much attractively and simply explained, everything is in this Gita Mahatmya shloka. You know the gist of the Vedas are the Upanishads, mentioned as a cow. Krishna is using Arjuna as the calf of that cow for making the milk flow. And the faithful, fortunate souls of good, pious intelligence are drinking that milk. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is giving in varieties of ways, that is, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and exclusive devotional method, the chance to take the opportunity of that rescuing process from the illusory environment to Vaikuntha Loka, upward to Goloka Vrindavan. In the Vaishnaviya Tantra Sara, in the section explained as Gita Mahatmya, the glories of Sri Gita are explained to us in varieties of ways. But the Vaishnava Acharyas, like Vishwanath Chakravarti, Baladev Vidyabhusan, and especially Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they expressed the line of drinking that full cream milk as exclusive devotional method. Therefore Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, following Bhaktivinoda Thakur's line, avoided focusing on other intentions, as we can see in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Narada Pancharatra. Anyabilasita sunyang jnana karma dhyanavritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhaktir uttama sarvopadhi vinirmuktang tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate. Therefore, those who want the mundane benefit up to Satyaloka must be attracted to see that full Gita Mahatmya and read Bhagavad Gita. They also will gradually get a superposition in the plane of dedication by the mercy of the residents of that plane. So we can say those who are very much eager and who have much hankering for exclusive devotion to Krishna will not try to take that opportunity explained in the Gita Mahatmya of Vaishnaviya Tantra Sara. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur published the Gita with the commentary of Sridhar Swami, Vishwanath Chakravarti and Baladev Vidyabhushan, and following them in the Bengali language, the commentary of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There the full Gita Mahatmya is not published. But Srila Guru Maharaj, seeing the present condition of the conditioned souls, very mercifully, when he presented our edition, he gave that Gita Mahatmya for their general encouragement. So now we can say to everybody, go as you like. B. It is explained in Bengali by Krishna Das Kaviraj. Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpana, se kale Krishna tare kare atma sama, se deha kare tara chid anandamaya, aprakrita dehe tara charana bhajaya. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela 4.192 and 193. I tried to explain it in English, but my English is very poor and not sufficient for explaining everything. But the Bengali verse is perfect, and you will see in Chaitanya Charitamrita the explanation of Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. The soul by nature is spiritual, but is of the Tatashta Shakti. He has the possibility of obtaining a fully serving spiritual form, and he has the possibility to be in material existence by becoming covered by material consciousness. The bound Atma gets a subtle and physical body. Until he surrenders to Guru, that divine soul is covered by matter, and he is disconnected from the transcendental service world. But when receiving initiation, which means that when he fully surrenders to Krishna in the form of Guru, that surrendered position is explained by Srila Saraswati Thakur and Srila Swami Maharaj in Antya Leela 4.192. There it says that with his willing, feeling and thinking consciousness, he is surrendering to Krishna in his dedicated mood of service. Krishna is seeing his sincere attitude and immediately gives him in seed form his own transcendental form as spiritual body, and gradually that will manifest as Shatapata Vedanyaya, as a needle passes almost but not quite instantaneously through a pile of leaves with some small difference of time from leaf to leaf. When he gets the direct service form to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, where are playing 5 kinds of ecstasy as rasa, as suitable by his own hankering service mood to Krishna, he is getting his male or female form accordingly. But on the whole, when realizing the position of the Jiva soul, we must say it is coming as the power of Krishna, Tatashta Shakti, and that means every potency's identification is as female. But it can be transformed in the mood of male, such as Dasyaras, Sakyaras, and Vatsalyaras. All of them are serving Krishna, and the mood of service is Prakriti, but their action may be as a male by the mercy of Mool Sankarshan. If we translate those verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila 4:192 and 193, word by word, we must say that this body is transformed to transcendental form. But Srila Saraswati Thakur gave some explanation in his Anubhasya in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Srila Swami Maharaj has seen it and given purport for our clarification in English. There you can see, and then you must understand. This is that purport. Quote, "At the time of initiation, a devotee gives up all his material conceptions. Therefore, being in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is situated on the transcendental platform. Thus, having attained knowledge and the transcendental platform, he always engages in the service of the spiritual body of Krishna. When one is freed from material connections in this way, his body immediately becomes spiritual, and Krishna accepts his service. However, Krishna does not accept anything from a person with a material conception of life. When a devotee no longer has any desire for material sense gratification, in his spiritual identity he engages in the service of the Lord, for his dormant spiritual consciousness awakens. This awakening of spiritual consciousness makes his body spiritual, and thus he becomes fit to render service to the Lord. A karmi may consider the body of a devotee material, but factually it is not, for a devotee has no conception of material enjoyment. If one thinks that the body of a pure devotee is material, he is an offender, for that is Vaishnava aparad." End of quote. Answer to point C. Astral travel is the travelling of the mental body out from the physical body. But when the jiva soul travels from the material body, that takes place at the time of death. D. Offering bhoga to Krishna, we can sing the bhajan, Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Shri Gora Hari, etc. Arati will then be held, during which time the devotees may sing Yashomati Nandana and Jaya Sachinandana. This also is the tradition here in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. In giving answer, I am always feeling restricted by my lack of English. But you consider these points, and I think you must understand my expression. End of this excerpt from a letter, and a new excerpt from a letter. And again, this is an extensive excerpt. In the presence of Sriman Mahaprabhu and after Sriman Mahaprabhu, in our Sampradaya up to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, no one took saffron cloth or formal Vedic sannyas dress. But all of them, as well as our Guru Parampara and the Goswamis, were not only Paramahansas, but more than that, they are all extreme exclusive servitors in the line of Sri Rupa Goswami to Sri Sri Radha Govinda. They follow the conception of Nahang Vipro Nacha Narapatir Napi Vaishyu Na Shudro, etc. They follow this conception of Mahaprabhu with extreme humility. Not only that, but Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami indicated that it is not necessary for the Vaishnavas to take saffron cloth. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila 1361, the following quote: Rakta Vastra Vaishnavera Parite na Yuyaya Kona Pravashire Dhimu Ki Kaja Uhaya. And Mahaprabhu proudly declared about his devotees in the Madhya Lila 25.183 of Chaitanya Charitamrita: Kata Karangiya Mora Kangala Bhaktagana Vrindavane Aile Tharera Karyaha Palana. Actually, the indication of Mahaprabhu is that his followers will not be attached to any mundane relativities, but they will be exclusively attached to pure devotional life. Therefore, in the time of the Shad Goswamis, the 6 Goswamis, and after the Shad Goswamis, when Narottam Thakur, Srinivasacharya, Vishwanath Chakravarti, etc., widely preached, up to that time Sriman Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya was not so much polluted by Sahajyaism. Some pollution was always there in shadow form, no doubt, as Sahajyaism. But after Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Baladev Vidyabhushan, the real preaching conception of Sriman Mahaprabhu was hidden, and widely no one preached it, but they practiced. Like the activity of Kali, the cloud of Mayavad and Sahajyaism covered almost the whole of pure Vaishnavism. It is expressed by Srila Guru Maharaj in Sri Bhaktivinoda Viraha Dashakam. Dharmash charma gato gyataiva satata yogash cha bogatmako gyane shunya gatir japena tapasa kyatir jighang saiva cha dane dhambikata nuraga bhajane dushta pacharo yada buddhing buddhi matang vibheda hi tada dhatra bhavan prashitaha. At that time, Anurag Bhajan, exclusive devotional practices, became completely polluted by Sahajyaism. At that time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur appeared as the divine grace of Sriman Mahaprabhu in the mundane world as a transcendental sampradaya purifier and re-establisher. Wholeheartedly, with his full energy, he tried to re-establish the pure Mahaprabhu's conception by his melted heart prayers. He was paradukha dukhi, extremely sorrowful to see the pain of the conditioned souls. As much as possible by him, he tried to remove and clean the obstacles from our vision of the spiritual sky. He prayed to Mahaprabhu, "Please send your merciful glance in the form of a Vaishnava Acharya." Through his divine prayer, we have got Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur as an illustrious, exalted, unique Sampradaya Acharya of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Srila Saraswati Thakur showed himself from his childhood as a great general in our Sampradaya. He declared totalitarian war against Maya, especially Mayavad and Sahajyaism. He showed us the position of real Raga Marga. It is expressed in a few words, and you have seen that engraved on the front of the Nat Mandir. Matala Harijana Kirtana Range, Pujala Ragapata Gaurava Bhange. He caused Mahaprabhu's fire of Mahasankirtan Yagya to again blaze by his divine activities. He used everything necessary, and he brought from the Ramanuja Sampradaya the Tridanda Sannyas. It was hidden in Bengal, but mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But it existed in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, and through that he re-established Daiva Varnashram Dharma, and showed that the position of the devotees of Krishna is the supreme position, and that the position of a devotee of Krishna is so high and unquestionable. He preached everywhere in this mundane plane that what is existing in the form of religion of the jiva souls is actually all bogus. Pritivite yata katha dharma name chale, bhagavata kahe saba paripurna chale. This was his preaching line. He organized again the Varnashram Dharma, no doubt, but that was in the line of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. However, supremely he showed through his divine activity the religion of the jiva soul that is manifested by Vaishnava Dharma. It is not dependent upon any mundane consideration or even the Vedic rulings. Tasmat tvam udhavotrijya chodanam pratichodanam pravritting cha nivritting cha shrotavyang shrutam eva cha mam ekam eva sharanam atmanang sarvadehinam yahi sarvatma bhavena mayasyahi akutobhyaha. The rulings given in the Vedas, the Shruti and Smriti, whatever you have heard before and will hear in the future, leave it all, fully surrender to Krishna, and serve him wholeheartedly. Here is the point of Srila Saraswati Thakur, that is, service to Krishna. Whatever is necessary for that service, we shall follow. Where there is no service, we have no existence. But for the service of Krishna, we can do anything and everything under proper guidance. Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj were both in that line, and they also showed just how much and what we can do for the service of Krishna. Now the whole world, through their divine service preaching, is chanting and dancing with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They proved what Mahaprabhu said, Pritivite ache yata nagaradi grama sarvatra prachara hoibe mora nama. They took all facilities from this mundane ground, and they took all facilities from the Vedic scriptures, in order to establish Krishna consciousness in the heart of every jiva soul, without consideration of male or female, Sri Purusha Nirvishesha. That was Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur's thesis. But you know that it is natural that the antithesis always disturbs the thesis, especially when the male-female conception comes to disturb the mind of the practitioners. For their protection, we follow the system of brahmacharya, grihastha, etc. And if necessary, we can utilize that theory for our preaching program. No doubt we are not sannyasis, brahmacharis, or grihasthas, but for the preaching purpose and for the protection of the male and female practitioners, we can utilize saffron as a guard for their preaching life, because preaching is the highest within our practicing process. Shravan Kirtan. Tara madhe savashashta nama sankirtan, niraparadhe nama loyale paya prema dhana. Shravan and Kirtan, but it is necessary to do this without offense to Sri Guru Vaishnava. It was the plan of Srila Guru Maharaj to make a ladies' party for preaching Krishna consciousness in the form of brahmacharinis. It was for this that in his trust board and in his last will and testament he gave that preference to the ladies. In a totalitarian war field, the general will not hesitate to take the facility of whatever is immediately necessary for the safety of the soldiers and for winning the battle. This was the teaching of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. We are the insignificant followers of them, and we have no hesitation to take the facilities from anywhere and everywhere for the protection of our soldiers, because nowhere is this prohibited. Their saffron cloth does not mean sannyas, but it is the protection garment for our servitors from the lustful ill feelings, like an asbestos suit to protect them from the blazing fire they face in the preaching field. Finally, I can say that our devotees have taken a vow until death, not sannyas, for their exclusive devotional preaching, practicing life. It was not done with the sannyas mantram, but it is more than that. If anyone will try to understand and honor this, he will be liberated from the illusory environment. I trust this meets you continuing steadily your service life. End of this excerpt from Letters, and then a shorter excerpt from a letter as follows. Concerning your question, if we try to think or hear about the Astakaliya Leela, we will only increase our mood in the line of Sahajiaism and nothing else. From the first shloka of the Prema Bhakti Chandrika describing the waking of Radha Govinda, all our ideas will go in a mundane way. What our brain will think, that all will be mundane. But what is really within, that is not mundane. It is completely different. If you try to think of it, you will only become bound with your misconception. For us to sing the songs or anything, it is all artificial. It is not necessary to think anything artificial about Krishna Leela. We have heard many beautiful pastimes of Krishna Leela, but Ashtakaliya Leela is not even 1% of that. We are not feeling any enthusiasm for it. We will not think about it. What we have is so much more. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who is in the line of my Gurudevas, has composed it, and for that we will honor it, but from afar. We will pray to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur that one day it will reveal perfectly in our heart. This is our prayer, and in this way we will honor that Leela. Living within our mundane position, it is not necessary for us to dissect the pastimes of Krishna Leela, and it is not necessary to think good or bad of it. Only chant the Mahamantra and the glories of Guru Gauranga, and it will reveal within your heart. It is not good to try to imagine anything about the Astakaliya Leela. Imagination is mundane. But if any qualified worshipable Vaishnava wants to hear from some person for his own bhajan purpose, such as in the case of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur calling Sripad Jajava Maharaj from Benares to Puri, so His Divine Grace could hear the Astakaliya Leela in the form of song, that will be service for that person to him. Srila Gaur Das Babaji Maharaj gave a very good example. That is, it is like entering into a labor room while having no child within the womb and acting out the actions of labor, producing the many sounds. The sound may be the same, but it will not produce a child. First it is necessary to go stage by stage, and when the labor pain will come, then it is the real and proper time. Before that you will get nothing. For the spiritual growth of the sincere practitioners, it will be best for them to read our Mat's publications. Through his own divine perception, Srila Guru Maharaj presented the nectar from the scriptures to us in a most generous, clear and practical way, so that we would be able to gain the nourishment contained in them. If we try to understand everything on our own, we will only become confused and misguided. That is the end of one of the excerpts from letters. And the next excerpt from letters is as follows. In this age, after the disappearance of Srila Saraswati Thakur, we see that some groups are very interested for Ashtakalya Leela Smaran before attaining the proper position of their devotional lives. They actually do not know that it is very dangerous for them. The qualification is mentioned in Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Sri Rupa Goswami. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Ta Bhajana Kriya Tato Narta Nivritti Syatato Nishta Ruchi Stataha. Until getting a firm position in Ruchi, we remain unqualified. Kshantirabhyata kalatvang biraktirmana shunyata ashabandha samutkantha nama gane sada ruchihi asaktistad agunakyane pritistad vasatisthale ityadayo hanubhavaha syujatabha vankure jane. Therefore we must say that before attaining anartha nivritti, strong nishtha and ruchi, if anyone will try to hear such Leela of Krishna without a proper guardian, he must fall down into the garbage of Sahajyaism, imitation. First the feeling must come through sadhana and sadhu sangha as to who is Krishna. It is necessary to know about Krishna and Krishna Bhakti, and to proceed in the proper channel. That channel is sadhu sangha. In this way the practitioner will be able to see what is garbage and what is good. He will then gain attachment to Krishna, and when that is strong, he will fully leave all mundanity. That is called anartha nivritti. Otherwise, if we hear Krishna Leela, our anartha will increase, but our Krishna consciousness will not. First, with sadhu sangha, we will practice through bhajana kriya, the 9 processes of devotional service. Thus gradually our ruchi will become stronger and our anartha will go out. All will come through sadhu sangha, the association of a qualified sadhu. There are also different gradations of sadhus. If we associate with the madhyama adhikari, we will go there to that level. But if we will get the association of one who is an uttama adhikari, who comes down to the madhyama adhikari level, we will go up very quickly. When attachment is very strong, it is called rati. At that stage, to hear Ashtakalya Leela of Krishna will help him achieve his higher position. After Ruchi, everything will be beautiful. But before that, if we hear Astakaliya Leela, we will go down to the garbage of Sahajaism. This is fact. Anartha Nivritti is like having passed the matriculation examinations, where all subjects were studied, thereafter entering into the specialized stream of progress, such as into the arts or sciences. So, up until Anartha Nivritti, one must practice all subjects, then specialize according to his Shraddha and Ruchi. Otherwise, our Anartha will increase. Lust in Sanskrit is called Manobhava. In other words, it is growing in the mind. When the mind is polluted, the body will become polluted. The main principle is attachment to Krishna. If that is real, he is qualified to hear from a qualified guru. This is the general method of practicing procedure. And end of this excerpt from letters, and another excerpt from letters as follows. Living with Sriman Mahaprabhu were so many great followers. He, as an Acharya, preached Krishna consciousness and spread it all over the world. Especially the human section was so enlightened through his divine preaching. But after Mahaprabhu, someone had to be the leader, the successor, and he clearly gave that charge to Srila Rupa Goswami. In a similar way, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gave the charge to Srila Guru Maharaj by having him sing the power-transmitting song Sri Rupa Manjari Pada in the presence of many of Srila Guru Maharaj's senior and junior godbrothers. In this way, Srila Saraswati Thakur gave some hint that Srila Guru Maharaj was to continue the line of Srila Rupa Goswami, and through this they all understood it. After the disappearance of Srila Saraswati Thakur, most of those who required sannyas came to Srila Guru Maharaj to receive it. This is the example in this age. In the time of Sriman Mahaprabhu, there were many stalwart devotees, and many who were like the gurus of Srila Rupa Goswami. Sri Ramananda Roy, Sri Swarup Damodar, etc. were in the highest position. In Jagannath Puri, Sriman Mahaprabhu presented Srila Rupa Goswami as a student successor in an assembly of his associates. There, many of Srila Rupa Goswami's seniors and juniors were present. Mahaprabhu previously had fully blessed him and told the others to also examine him. All were amazed with his qualification and thought it to be only possible through the blessings of Mahaprabhu. Sriman Mahaprabhu said, "Yes, I have given my full blessings to him. You also give him your blessings." In this way they could all understand that Mahaprabhu was arranging for Srila Rupa Goswami to take the charge of continuing his sampradaya. Later we can see that with his respectful guidance, the Goswamis and others happily spent their unique divine preaching life. From one river many channels will come, but they will not all be named the same. Many channels come from the Ganges, but the Ganges river herself is flowing in one channel. Similarly, Mahaprabhu's line is flowing through the channel of Srila Rupa Goswami. Many were maybe more qualified and senior to Rupa Goswami, but Mahaprabhu gave to him the charge of continuing his sampradaya. For that, all the Goswamis avoided their own sampradayas identified by their names. Even though they had many disciples, they directed them all to the line of Sri Rupanuga. We can see this in Gaura Leela, but when its manifestation we can see in Krishna Leela, there also the internal service hankering of the whole group of Manjaris is directed automatically to do the exclusive service of Sri Radha Krishna under the guidance of Sri Rupa Manjari. Srila Guru Maharaj gave a very nice example. In a family, both parents are superior to the son, and both are respected by him. The father is the proprietor over the whole family, including the mother. But when the son comes to give his respects to them, first he goes to the mother, and then to the father. When the father dies, all the property does not go to the mother, even though she is in a higher and more respected position, but all goes to the son. From this example we can understand something about the line of succession. How much can I express, I cannot say in English, but these are the facts. I think it is best that we will be cautious with these high and deep matters, and not try to enter into them very quickly without maturity. You try to understand the answers I have given, and with the guidance of our Maths books, you proceed carefully in your noble desire to practice and distribute Sriman Mahaprabhu's teachings. Thus ends the 27th chapter of Affectionate Guidance by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Affectionate Guidance, Chapter 28, Treasures. These are short excerpts by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. In the last few days I have received 4 new publications from our devotees around the world, but I am finding that so few of our devotees are reading our books. It is not that these are to be opened and looked through or read once, but they are to be read daily and repeatedly. I have been in the mission now for 50 years, and I am still reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita. By this I am surprised how much new light and inspiration is coming to me from the Gita. Now we have so many books from our mission, around 200 publications. But the devotees must constantly read and reread these. This procedure is good for our devotees, and it is my desire that they will do so. And the next treasure? This special type of knowledge, this Krishna consciousness, will come to the prisoners sleeping under Maya. Now, with this consciousness, they have woken up. A revolt has broken out in the prison, and they are escaping. And the next treasure? Everyone must follow the 4 regulative rules. This is one of the rules of our society. We are following Srimad Bhagavatam, and there this ruling is given, so there is no question about it. Actually, it is not 4, but 5 regulative principles, and everyone must follow that. We are not to digest anything in this mundane world, but everything must be offered to Krishna. Hence, the 5th regulation is so important. Indeed, within gold is the residence of all the other 4 forbidden activities, that is, illicit sex, gambling, meat-eating, and intoxication. So, how to live without storing gold? We will take prasadam. And the next treasure? In the time of Gaur Kishoredas Babaji Maharaj, a devotee got married. Srila Gokishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, "Very good. That man will serve that girl in a variety of ways, thinking she is one of Krishna's gopis." So everywhere we have some possibility to see everything in relation to Krishna. But that is very hard. One type of vision is bhoga, one is tyaga, and one is bhakti. That is, enjoyment, renunciation, and dedication. We shall try to live in the plane of devotion, the plane of dedication. That is our goal. If we can do fully, we shall be benefited fully. And if we can do partly, we shall be benefited partly. But we are not to lose our vision. Our vision will always be to that ideal level. And the next treasure, the next short excerpt. The line of Srila Guru Maharaj is very clear, but to follow the line is not so clear. I know that my service is to make harmony and take all the devotees within one ship. I consider my disciples as my friends. I never say, "You are my disciple," but I consider them as my friends. They are helping me to proceed in the line of Krishna consciousness to the goal. If we can go together in one ship, that is very happy for us. We are making a society, therefore it is not good if in each country there are 3 or 4 parties. Rather, it is very good if together as one party they will follow our principle. No doubt a few will go out from the shelter of the umbrella, but what can we do? We are not masters of this universe. We can only try to do good for others. If they will listen, that is very good, but if they won't listen, then there is nothing we can do. Above everything, the will of Krishna will act. Man proposes, God disposes. Therefore we cannot control and we cannot do everything. But we will try as much as possible by us, and we shall try sincerely. Without diplomacy or duplicity, we shall try to do good for others and for ourselves. As Acharya, my situation is that the good of all the disciples will come to me, and everyone's bad will come to me also. That is my situation. We cannot make miracles, but the main thing is that we shall at least give encouragement so no one will leave the line of Krishna consciousness. And the next treasure. One who does seva, but is always thinking about his own interest, must be ignored by Bhakti, and Bhakti will not go to him. And the next short treasure. Is it necessary to have any ingredients to worship? One's own tears are the best ingredients. And the next short treasure. If we want to serve Srila Guru Maharaj exclusively and not see anything else, then we will be relieved of all troubles. But we must try to serve Guru very attentively. Only then will we get that chance. Otherwise, we will be cheated. And the last treasure of the chapter. My principal directive to all the devotees is to try to avoid Vaishnava aparad and thereby continue happily your practicing life. Om Tat Sat. And the end of the reading of Affectionate Guidance by His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, the Sevite President Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Nabadip, with spiritually affiliated branches all over the world. All glories to His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. All glories to His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Rockok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. If anyone would like further information, please contact the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math's website, scsmath.com. That is scsmath.com, all in lowercase letters. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.